Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium here in beautiful St. Joseph, Missouri, home of your St. Joseph Mustangs. Tyler Bermundo alongside Carter Norris with Madeline and Maddox helping us out. And today we have the second game between the Carroll Merchants and the St. Joseph Mustangs. The Mustangs won 5-3 after finishing the makeup game that started yesterday. And we missed the national anthem, so we are underway here at Phil Welch. Andrew Clark on the mound. Her first pitch misses down. And we can tell you about the Mustangs defensive lineup. Trevor McCullum's in center, Darius Freeman in right, Noah Bodenhausen in left, Jeter Mose at first, Truman Bodenhausen at second. That ball's grounded through the 5-6 hole. Holton at short, Carson Schrack at third, Dom Felix behind the plate, and on the mound, Andrew Clark, Easton Bruce is DHing today. For the visitors, Jake McClure leads off the DH spot. He just got the hit. Bryce Hoskinson in right field. Sammy Harris at short. Aiden Shazek, he's at third base. Nolan Oliver at second. Dylan Shepard behind the plate. Justin Ricketts in left. Noah Dutler's at first base. And Arrington Easton is in center field. Pitching for the Merchants is Billy Robertson. And that is your starting lineup for your visiting Carroll Merchants. A lot of technical stuff we got out of the way. The lineup for the Merchants was very late, so trying to get all that in. You might see us working on it on stream, but we will get that done. Carter's still working on his thing, so he'll be here. But we got Madeline joining us, if you heard her in the first game. 0-1 count. That ball lined through the 3-4 hole, so back-to-back hits, one going to the left and one going to the right, as the Merchants quickly have 2 men aboard. Yep. Sammy Harris digs in. He is the at-bats leader. If you add yesterday, he has 87 at-bats. Second place barely has 70 for the Merchants. First pitch from Clark is a breaking ball that misses way high. Sammy Harris is slashing 289, 385, and 410. That's a 289 average, 385 on base percentage, and 410 slugging. Here's the 1-0 to number 32.
Ooh.
That one gets away from Dom Felix. So a disastrous start for Andrew Clark at second and third and no one out. And a 2-0 count to Sammy Harris.
Yeah, Tyler, this is not a way you want to start a game. Putting 2 men on base, both in scoring position, with no outs, no strikes.
Well, Flash Clark's stats up there. He's 1-0 with a 3.5 ERA and 17 strikeouts. I mean, it's not like he's invincible, but at the same time, he's got pretty good numbers. We'll take a deep dive in after this pitch. That one taken just low by Sammy Harris. It's a 3-0 count. You think about just putting him on here? Think about putting the guy on, the batter? 3-0 count. Carter, the question was, you have a 3-0 count with a guy at second and third. You think about putting him on intentionally, load the bases?
No, I'd be thinking about it a little bit, but, considering how this game has started off and him not...
Well, it's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen, yeah.
I mentioned we'll get into more stats here, but Andrew Clark, 18 innings pitched. He has an 8.5 K per 9. He's getting up 7 runs, 6 walks, and 16 hits. So gets bitten by the walk a little bit. Doesn't give up that many hits, but all of a sudden is giving up a base on balls to Sammy Harris and 2 singles to the first 2 batters of the game. So bases loaded. Now for Aiden Shazek, the third baseman. Changeup. Great pitch there from Clark.
Yeah, my thinking is it's been a weird day. They had the finishing out of the last game here, and, as a pitcher, you're getting worked up, you're getting ready, and then assuming he maybe didn't know that game was happening, it might have rattled him up a little bit.
Going fishing is Aiden Shazek, so it's what Andrew Clark needed, as he's now quickly 0-2 count on the cleanup batter for the Merchants.
Yeah, maybe getting himself a little confidence there, having him swinging. He's up in the count right now, 2 strikes on him. See if we can put him away right here.
Breaking ball swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Andrew Clark. The first 3 reach base, but he sets down Aiden Shizek on strikes.
Yeah, that was a very undisciplined swing right there. Didn't see the ball, just swung at it, and barrel wasn't even close to where that ball was located.
The Mustangs entered this game on a 10-game win streak, and the last loss they had was actually back-to-back losses to the Carroll Merchants. That was on June 12th and 13th. So 2 weeks now of the Mustangs not losing a ball game. Here's the first pitch blocked by Dom Felix behind the plate.
Yeah, good block right there. You don't want that ball getting away, just getting behind him at all. That could bring in a run from third and have those runners move over.
Nolan Oliver at the University of Colorado Springs. That's where he's headed next year. This past year, he batted .306 with 5 home runs at Highland Community College.
Yeah, one's on the board right now. Our pitcher's kind of finding that strike zone a little bit more, making guys swing at stuff. So hopefully he can get out of this inning without too much damage.
That's a huge confidence boost if after allowing the first 3 men to reach base to come out unscathed. That one misses up and away. Clark needing to find the zone and fast. Here's the 2-1 to Nolan Oliver. Misses way down. Good block by Dom Felix to keep the runners at bay.
Yeah, Dom's putting in good work back there, making sure that ball doesn't get behind, kind of saving his pitcher a little bit here. That's 2 blocked balls for him that could have got past and done some damage, putting the Merchants on the board.
Nolan Oliver batting .200 on the year with a .344 on base and has only hit singles. But he's going to get an RBI here as Andrew Clark now with the second walk of the inning after 2 hits. So it's 1-0 Merchants, and they still have the bases loaded.
Yeah, not a good start right here. Pitcher, you got to find that zone. You got to know which guys are going to hit that ball and what guys you need to put a little bit of crazy stuff on. But he is not finding that zone at all. 2 almost wild pitches. Not a great start here.
So it'll be Bryce Hoskinson at third, Sammy Harris at second, and Nolan Oliver at first. 1 in for the Merchants already. And Dylan Shepard, last time we saw him at home, had a big double. That one's flared out to left field. Noah Bodenhausen. Going to be a play at the plate. There goes Bryce Hoskinson, and that throw's cut off by Carson Schrack.
Yeah, not a strong throw there, a little off balance. It was on a line, though. Was going to make it home if he just had enough time, but it was way too deep for that ball to be able to get in there to make a play.
Yeah, I think Bodenhausen could have gotten behind that a little bit more, but at the same time, that's about a 240-foot throw. Pretty hard. It's got to be a perfect throw to get the runner there, and you know, it's whatever. It's in the past. You've given up 2 runs now. Clark hopefully to get some length out of his start. In steps in Justin Ricketts, the left fielder. Both runners are going to move on the wild pitch. That's like the 3rd wild pitch already.
Yeah, 3 wild pitches today. This has just been a horrible start for the pitcher. There's no way around it. I mean, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a sac fly to get a runner in.
Ricketts batting only .217 on the year. The team batting average for the Merchants is about .250, so nothing spectacular. Here's the 1-0. Good breaking ball in there from Clark. Yeah, the Merchants don't have the best stats, but they always play the Mustangs with a lot of enthusiasm. After the game earlier, it's 3-2 in the series. The Mustangs win, and the Merchants have the only 2 losses for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he kind of got under that ball right there, kind of rolled it back. Umpire's going to bring a ball to the pitcher. Pitcher, you got to kind of slow down right here. You know, use this chance to like get yourself comfortable and just throw a ball. Don't worry about it too much.
All right, he has his curveball and his changeup. What do you think he's going to here? He might go back to the fastball as well, Carter.
I'm thinking fastball, but I think it's going to be way off the zone. I don't have too much confidence in him right now. He's just showing me something.
Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. Took some off of it as Justin Ricketts goes down on strikes. Not before the Carroll Merchants hang 2 on the Mustangs. It'll be a 2-0 ball game as you head to the bottom of the first. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Bermundo and Carter Norris welcome you back to Phil Welch Stadium. The Mustangs quickly down 2-0 here to the Carroll Merchants, the only team to have beaten the Mustangs this season, and they did it twice. First pitch to Noah Bodenhausen in there for a strike. After his at-bat, we will get into the starting lineups for both the Mustangs and the defensive lineup for the Merchants. Billy Robertson on the mound for the Merchants is that pitch in there for a strike. Quickly down 0-2 is Noah Bodenhausen.
Yeah, looking at the field right now, Tyler, what I'm seeing is this sunlight right here, and it's got to be really tricky for them batters to see that ball coming straight from sunlight right into darkness, and it can really throw you off.
Well, Bodenhausen might have a tough time seeing that one as it's quickly good morning, good afternoon, and good night for Noah Bodenhausen. So it's going to be one out here in the bottom of the first. The starting lineup after Bodenhausen. Darius Freeman is in right, Carson Schrack at third, Jeter Mose at first, Mason Holton at short, Easton Bruce DHing, he's making his second start of the year, Dom Felix behind the plate, Trevor McCollum's in center, Truman Bodenhausen at second, and you saw Andrew Clark pitch in the top half of the frame. Sorting is Darius Freeman, and the first base umpire says he went around.
Yeah, I don't know if I really agree with that call. He looked to me like he pulled that back, but
5 pitches, 5 strikes for Billy Robertson.
certainly finding the zone better than Andrew Clark.
Freeman coming into this game hitting a whopping .338, 380 on base percentage, 19 RBIs, and 15 stolen bases. That pitch misses just low. Tough call.
Ooh, told you that sun was going to get in the way. Catcher again almost hits the batter. We saw that last game here, home game.
Happens a lot. That sun right behind the plate if you're in the outfield. Center fielders throws downs to second, and even throws back the pitchers. Always give a team fits out there. Here's the 1-2 to Freeman. That ball driven deep out to right field. Freeman's going to watch it go. 2-1 Mustangs. Darius Freeman hits a bomb to right field.
Yeah, man, that ball is way gone. Right over the party deck, hitting the tarp over there. The tarp wasn't there. That's going over that second fence that was here from the original stadium. Absolute moonshot by Darius Freeman.
Off the bat, that ball was way gone. It cleared the party deck out there, probably a cool 420 feet. What a swing from Darius Freeman. That's his second home run of the year and his 20th RBI of the year.
No trouble seeing that ball from the pitcher's hand, man. That thing was creamed on. Absolutely sent out of this park.
Todd Runda just called his first home run of the year. Carson Strag digs in, looking to bunt, does not get it down. Real quick, we'll look at the defensive lineup for the Carroll Merchants. As perfect timing, they threw that ball away. Mentioned Billy Robertson, who just gave that home run, is on the mound. Noah Dutler at first. Nolan Oliver at second. Aiden Shazek at third. Sammy Harris at short. Justin Ricketts in left. Arrington Easton, who plays a fantastic center field out there. Bryce Hoskinson in right. Dylan Shepard behind the plate. That pitch fouled back from Carson Schrack.
Yeah, let's see if Carson can get a hold of one just like Darius did. Looks like everybody on the Mustangs fired up. We see number 4 hopping around over there.
Carson Schrack with a .263 average. He leads the team in at-bats with 84. He also has a .337 on-base percentage to go along with it. It's not going to improve there as a good pitch from Billy Robertson. So after the home run, Billy Robertson has his second strikeout of the inning. Now batting Jeter Mose. He takes a fastball to the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, Jeter moving from the outfield to first base, back and forth from there. Just an excellent player to have at first base, having that height. Any ball coming over toward him, he's got a better chance of grabbing it than some of these shorter guys.
We just saw Mose batting .329 with a .379 on-base percentage and 11 RBIs. I expect him to have more with where he hits in the lineup. He also has some power. He has a home run and is slugging .447 on the year.
Yeah, that ball way off the plate there. Good for him to lay off. Started off in the middle of that plate and just broke to the edge.
Here's the 2-1 from Robertson. That ball grounded to the shortstop Harris. Couple hops. And he throws Mose out in first, not before an absolute rocket off the bat of Darius Freeman. And that made the Mustangs Merchants game 2-1 in favor of the Merchants. We go to the top of the second. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Bermundo alongside Carter Norris with Madeline helping us out with the scoreboard. 2-1 Merchants. They struck for 2 thanks to a couple free passes and a couple hits. And as you just saw, Darius Freeman with a home run in the bottom of the first inning. Noah Dutler at the plate. He's a two-way Dutler. He's hitting .244 in this Mink League season. As that one's fouled off to the right. Dutler also has 21 innings pitched. That's good for 4th on the team. He has a .471 ERA on the mound. So one of the best pitchers in the Merchants pitching staff, as well as a pretty solid hitter in their lineup.
Yeah, I'm looking here at old notes, and it looks like he's really improved that ERA. A couple games ago, he was sitting at a 5.65. It's really bringing that down. Nice for him, nice for his team.
He earned the loss the first time these teams met at Phil Welch Stadium, but pitched okay. And then the following day, we saw him in the lineup. Kind of cool when you see that. Here's the 1-2 from Clark. And taking it in the dirt, blocked by Dom Felix.
Dom is doing so much work behind that plate. You know, as a catcher, this has got to be really, really just frustrating when your pitcher can't locate and you're having to move around a bunch. It's already hard on the knees, having to do a whole workout behind the plate.
Yeah, he might be 20, but his knees are 40. That one fouled off to the right. Dom Felix, we'll talk about more when he hits, but he has been on a tear at the plate as of late. One of the best hitters in this Mustangs lineup. Here's the 2-2 to Noah Duttler. Breaking ball, hung a bit, and over the head of Mason Holton at short, so the leadoff man again going to reach via a single to left field.
Yeah, even back here, you can see that was a pitch to hit. You know, it just kind of sat right at the top of that zone. That's when you kind of just got to hit on. Right over the head of that shortstop. Just well-placed hit.
Arrington Eason steps in. He is the taco hitter. If I recall correctly, one of the home games, he struck out 3 times.
Well, with the way our pitcher's pitching over here, I don't know if that's a recipe for tacos or not.
Well, Clark does have 2 strikeouts, so 2 of his 3 outs are strikeouts. I think it's just a matter of how many batters it takes for him to actually get those Ks.
Well, I think everybody in the stands is hoping for one right here.
Here's the next pitch to Eason, taken upstairs.
And the Mustangs have a missed pitcher throw. 2 for the Merchants, 1 for the Mustangs.
I got to stand out there and see how bad that sun really is. But also, one thing to note, people talk about sunglasses. When the ball's right in the sun, it doesn't do anything. I can tell you that from experience. Here's the 2-0. The sunglasses help reduce the glare. So if the ball's off to the side a bit, glasses help. But if the ball is in the sun, there's absolutely nothing a player can do, no matter how good they are. I've seen Mike Trout miss balls like that, too.
Yeah,
3-0
really
count to Eason.
Yeah, it's really about placing your stadium in the correct way. You know, this thing was built in 1939. I don't think they were too worried about where the sun was placed. And they played a lot of their games during the day, from what I can tell. Not too many lights out there in 1939. So it's really just an age thing. Most fields nowadays are placed for night games, so the sun's really out of your face.
Going to be a mound visit. While we have the chance, let's look at the standings in the Mink League. And this game is not updated from the game 15, 20 minutes ago. So the Mustangs are actually 19-2 and 23-2 overall. They're in first place. The Clarinda A's moving up to second place, overtaking the Renegades with their 13-7 conference record. The Renegades sit at 14-8. Sedalia Bombers 10-9. The Merchants are 10-15 now in conference play and 10-16 overall. The Mudcats are 8-13. The Crop Dusters, who were 5-1 at one point, have gone 2-14 since and are 7-15. And the Nevada Griffins are sitting at 4-16. The Mustangs beat them 7-4 on Sunday. Here's the leadoff man Jacob McClure, who singled and is batting over .450. Looking to bunt here as that pitch from Clark misses downstairs.
You know what? Why not throw down a bunt right here? You got 2 men on, no outs. See if you can load up them bases again like they did last inning.
McClure with a .540 on base percentage as well. Pretty impressive for the Johnson County Community College product.
Yeah,
looking to square again, and there goes Duttler to third. Eason going to move up to second, so not even needing to bunt. Jake McClure now has second and third, and still nobody out.
That's the most productive non-hitting bunt I've ever seen. And that slide from the guy that was on third base right there, absolutely, he belly flopped. I'm not going to say he hopped a bit, but there was a little bit of air after he hit that floor.
Noah Duttler listed at 5'11", 200. I don't know if I agree with that. Here's Clark. Time called for by Jake McClure. He's at Johnson County Community College, and he hit .342 with a .442 on base and a .452 slugging. Exactly where you're going to get the speedy leadoff guy that finds ways to get on. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Jake McClure. There's 7 in a row now off the plate for Clark.
That was a strange one. Now, from back here, I'd call that a strike, but that must have been just below his knees.
Yeah, Clark missing mostly north and south, low and high. Inside, outside, he's been okay, but not
those wild
close misses either. There's another walk, his 4th of the night, and he's only thrown an inning on the scorebook. So he bases loaded for Bryce Hoskinson, who's out of Ellsworth Community College. Hoskinson batting .298 for the Merchants. 3 doubles as well. There's a breaking ball called a strike. Gutsy pitch there from Andrew Clark. After walking back-to-back guys, throws a curveball in there for a strike.
Yeah, the problem with having Clark out there right now is he's not throwing great, and you can't really take him out because, you know, their pitching staff's kind of burnt out. Looks like they're going to have 6 games in a row at the end of this stint. I mean, no team has enough depth to take a guy out after the first inning.
Yeah, they head to Chillicothe tomorrow, and then back here against the Clarinda A's, who are in 2nd place, and they play the Jefferson Renegades on Saturday, who are in 3rd place. So big matchups coming up for the Mustangs here. And this is a big matchup, too, just because the Carroll Merchants are the only team to beat the Mustangs.
Yeah, if I'm the Mustangs, I'm trying to come back with a vengeance, and right now it's not looking too vengeance-y.
Yeah, they snuck one out earlier when they finished the game from yesterday. But these Merchants, they play the Mustangs way better than their 10-15 record says. Swing and a miss by Bryce Hoskinson. So Clark, similar to the first inning, loads the bases and then gets a strikeout. Sammy Harris now hitting for the Merchants.
He must just be very comfortable with runners behind him. I don't know what it is, but he starts throwing strikes when he's got a full set of bases.
So Mr. Sammy Harris, the at-bats leader. He has 2 more than Mose with 86. Also has 5 doubles, a triple, and a home run, and is batting .279, although he's not going to be increasing that average with that swing. Didn't know it was fishing season here at Phil Welch.
Yeah, I can't have one of my left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate like that.
A great nod to Matt Vasgersian and MLB The Show 21. Here's the 0-1 to Sammy Harris. Looks like a changeup missed away.
Yeah, I don't think I can count how many times I've heard that playing over the TV speakers playing MLB The Show. What can I say? See ball, hit ball.
Easier said than done for sure. Here's the 1-1 to Sammy Harris. Breaking ball fouled off of Dom Felix. Clark gets ready for the 1-2. 4 free passes and 3 hits for the Merchants. That ball is going to help him out. Skied up there. Mose calls for it. And Sammy Harris is retired. Bases loaded after the first 3 batters, but Andrew Clark now has back-to-back outs, one via the strikeout and one via the pop-up.
Yeah, that sun making that pop-up a little bit more difficult when you see him dancing around out there a little bit. That ball was right in the line between shadow and sun.
That'll bring in Aiden Shazek, who's batting .333 in the air, so not an easy task for Clark. There's a breaking ball to the lefty that misses upstairs. Shazek, 19 hits and 3 doubles. Good enough for a .333 average and a .386 slugging. But his on-base percentage very high with 15 walks. Pitch misses low from Clark. If he gets out of here, Carter, what would be his plan of attack next inning after being unbelievably wild the first two?
I just think he needs to sit down in the dugout, get him a drink of water, throw some gum in, get his mind off the game, and just lock in.
Swing and a miss there from Aiden Shizek.
Just throw pitches like that.
Last time we saw Clark was out of the bullpen, and his changeup was disgusting. He struck out a guy on the Monarchs on 3 changeups. Here's the 2-1. That one misses low. Really needing a strike now is Clark. 3-1 count here to the cleanup hitter Shizek. He went down on strikes his first time.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get out of a jam right here. 2 outs, 3 guys on.
Ball taken upstairs, so that is going to bring in a run. It's the second time today where a walk has resulted in an RBI. 3-1 Merchants.
Yeah, that was a close call right there. That must have been just on that line. And lucky break for the Merchants right there.
That scores the first baseman Noah Duttler. And in now is Nolan Oliver.
Three to one here.
Breaking ball in there from Clark. So you got a guy who's struggling, but it seems like his secondary pitchers are the ones that he's trusting the most.
At this point, you gotta just trust what feels good, and guess his secondary pitches are feeling good to him. His fastball's been a little bit wild that we've seen, and
there's a curveball there, misses low.
it's breaking stuff. He seems to put it over the plate a little more, just not the correct heights. Either too high or too low.
Sometimes when you're struggling, occasionally when you throw a breaking ball or changeup, it gets your confidence back to then throw over your fastball. Here's the 1-1 to Nolan Oliver. That ball drilled to third base, but making the play is Carson Schrack. So Andrew Clark going to escape again, this time only giving up 1 run. 5 runners left on base for the Merchants in the first 2 innings. 3-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the second. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Bermundo and Carter Norris welcome you back to Phil Welch Stadium. The Mustangs trail the Merchants 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Mason Holton digs in. On the year, he's only hitting .212, but has a .431 on base percentage, so really finding ways on, not via the hit, and has 3 doubles and a home run. First pitch is a breaking ball from Billy Robertson, called a strike. And today is Kids Takeover. We have Madeline up here doing the scoreboard. Her brother Maddox helping the camera, and a couple other players help taking tickets. Other kids help taking tickets, helping with the PA announcing, and helping with the social media. So kids are taking over here at Phil Welch.
Yeah, kids took over that ball, yoinked it right out of a dude's hand over by the What about the bounce house over there in right field?
I'm usually known for the fan analysis here. What did you see from that fan trying to track down that ball?
Well, we had a dude, gray shirt, sitting under that ball pretty well. It bounced over toward him, grabbed it, one hand over by the bounce house, and just two kids ran up and snatched it right out of his hand.
Mason Holton called out on strikes. Seen Holton go down on strikes a lot via the called strike. Don't see him swinging as much. Easton Bruce steps in. A guy who has not played much for the Mustangs. He had his first game in the first game of the doubleheader. Here's the 1-0 to Bruce. Misses outside. Easton Bruce is from Kearney, Nebraska. And he batted .314 with 77 at-bats at Washburn. This one fouled back. 2-1 county to Bruce. And if you wanted to know, Kearney, Nebraska is home of the Mid-Atlantic Club Baseball Regional. Mid-Atlantic All-Region honors were nominated today, so you can see the all-region teams in the NCBA from all 8 regions. That one's grounded to first base, Noah Duttler. Foot race, and Duttler's going to beat Bruce to the bag. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, good job, Bruce, there. He kept his head down that whole time, was just sprinting out that ball. It's kind of hustle I want to see, especially if a guy I'm just now putting in the order. Really putting a good example for himself out there, keeping the coach happy.
That'll bring in Dom Felix. We mentioned him going off the last couple of games. He's brought his average up to 310 with a 429 on base, and has the team leading 3 home runs.
Yeah, this guy hits tanks right here. Looking for him to hit another one out onto Darius Freeman's.
Dom Felix leading the team with a .524 slugging percentage. Easiest way to describe slugging percentage, it's the average amount of bases you get per at bat. So if you get a hit every time with just singles, you have 1,000 slugging. But if you get a hit every time and it's a double, you have a 2,000 slugging. Really, anything above 500 is pretty elite. Here's the 1-2 to Felix from Billy Robertson. Broken bat. Goes way back. Going to be a tough play for Sammy Harris. And Dom Felix is retired. That bat went flying.
Yeah, that ball seemed to hit right on the handle right there. It snapped clean in half over towards the hands. I think that's why Dom didn't really get a good jump to that first base spot.
But very clean break.
Right
that bat will be in the Mustangs gift shop. So head over here on Friday and Saturday. You might be able to get a Dom Felix game swung bat. YMCA time here at Phil Welch Stadium. Don't go anywhere. You just saw the YMCA presented by Phil Welch Stadium and the St. Joseph Mustangs. 3-1 ball game here. Merchants lead here in the top of the third. Dylan Shepard with the sacrifice fly in the first. Hitting now for the Merchants. Here's the first pitch from Clark. Goes to the fastball and misses away. Mustangs do have a run, but Billy Robertson has looked fantastic outside of the moonshot he gave up to Darius Freeman back in the first. That ball lined, and no chance for Jeter Mose at first. There was a bit of a chance for Darius Freeman as he attempted to throw out Dylan Shepard, but he's going to be on via a single.
Darius absolutely slung that ball. His hat and glasses fell off after that one. Really wanted to put that batter away. Darius is really playing for the team right here.
I haven't seen a an assist from right field to first base in a long time. That'll bring in Justin Ricketts. That one off the glove of Felix. Might have a play at second. Good throw. But sliding in safely is Dylan Shepard. I thought he might have gotten him on the foot.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Good throw from Dom. Pitcher really making him work behind that plate. That's fourth or fifth wild pitch.
Yeah, just not a very economic start for Andrew Clark at all. Here's the 1-0. Push bunt to the right side from Justin Ricketts. And Mose attempting a glove flip and cannot pick it up cleanly. That's going to go down as an infield single for Justin Ricketts. Be runners at the corners now and no one out. Say hi to the live stream, Carter, as we got Bailey and one of the kids here showing us what the behind the scenes look like here in the Mustangs broadcast room. Maybe this live stream will bring us some good luck. Here's Duttler, 0-0 count. Big swing and a miss by him.
He tried to push that ball right there. It was just under that pitch too much. See how he adjusts right here. 1 strike.
Duttler singled to open the second inning. Came around to score. Pickoff to Justin Ricketts. Nothing going on over there. I would expect him to try to swipe second.
I mean, why not? You're up 2 right now. Got 5 hits. This guy's letting go way too many bags.
There he goes. Swung on a miss is Duttler. Felix going to fake a throw. So it'll be second and third now in an 0-2 count.
Carroll playing really solid baseball right now. Good bunch of hits. 3 runs on 5 hits. Not too bad. He's playing the walking game. Playing this horrible start for this pitcher.
Here's the next offering from Clark. It's going to be an awkward swing going back on it is Truman Bodenhausen. That's going to get down. Darius Freeman going to hit the cutoff man Mose. So it is an RBI single for Noah Duttler on a ball that was probably not hit more than 50 miles an hour.
No. Mason Holton right there, not putting way too much into his running game, trying to get that ball. I think he was scared of having a collision there with Freeman and McCollum.
That is the 6th hit given up by Andrew Clark. And it's only the 3rd inning. The last 2 have not been hit particularly hard by any means.
No, just a bunch of blipped balls out there, just allowing runners on the bags.
At the same time, though, when you're not getting ahead of hitters, it gives the other team confidence. Everyone in the lineup, 1 through 9.
Taco hitter up.
This is Arrington Eason. That breaking ball called to strike. He's hitting 156 in the Mink League, is Arrington Eason. And he's at Grambling State, but has not played a game there in his college career. Here's the 1-1. Slow breaking ball. Missed somewhere. Couldn't tell you where. I thought that was right there.
Umpire making a weird gesture sort of toward the pitcher. Couldn't tell you where that missed at all.
Here's the taco hitter, Arrington Eason, 2-1 count. Outside, so the taco hitter walked last time, and he's in danger of walking him again. Justin Ricketts at third after a single on a bunt, and Noah Duttler on first after the RBI single flare over Truman Bodenhausen's head at second. That one called the strike. Duttler going to go to second. So it'll be a full count in second and third.
Just really free baseball being played out here right now.
No, and really, Clark isn't pitching great, but the Merchants do a great job of actually capitalizing. And they still have left 5 guys on. But they are getting timely hits when they need to. Taken just low, Arrington Easton. That's going to load the bases. The 3rd inning in a row where the Merchants have had the bases loaded.
Yeah, got a mound visit right here. And it looks like Andrew Clark's going to come out of the game.
See if that spells the end of the day for Andrew Clark, and it will. So Clark only going 2 innings on the stat sheet, giving up 4 runs, and is responsible for all 3 runners on the bags. New pitcher to tell you about, and we'll tell you all about him when we come back. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to Phil Welch. Jace Johnson takes over pitching duties for the Mustangs in this 4-1 ball game. Andrew Clark giving up 6 hits, 4 earned, and is responsible for all 3 runners out there. Here's McClure as he fouls that one off to the left. Clark had 3 strikeouts and 5 walks in just 2 innings.
Yeah, as a reliever coming in, this is not a good place to start off with bases loaded. Guy who can seemingly hit on behind the plate.
That one grounded up the middle. Going to be a tough play. It's off of Holton. As that looked like it could have been 2 outs on 1 swing. Instead, it's going to be an RBI for Jake McClure, and the bases remain loaded.
Absolutely treacherous out here.
The PA has that as an error. I have that as a single because he left his feet, which I don't really agree with the ruling, but that's the definition of a hit, unfortunately. So McClure's now at first. Justin Ricketts scored. You got Dutler at third and Arrington Easton on second. Now batting is Bryce Hoskinson.
Yeah, that's 3 hits now that really shouldn't have been hits that have got people on and scored.
That slider fouled back. So Johnson up 0-2 on Bryce Hoskinson. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout back in the second. In the first inning, he hit a single to right field and came around to score.
Yeah, 2 strikes on him right now. Reliever got to put him away. Looking for Jace Johnson, just put it down the middle. Somewhere a little bit lower.
Here's the 0-2. Good sinker from Jace Johnson. Has Bryce Hoskinson tied up in knots. So bases loaded, but there's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Sammy Harris.
Exactly what he needed to do right there. You know, get somebody out. Hopefully start stopping this bleeding. 2 more. Let's get out of this inning, guys.
Mustangs trail 4. Good sinker from Jace Johnson. Sinks just away. Here's the 1-0. And almost an instant replay of the last pitch. That one misses outside as well. Jace Johnson has thrown 12 and 2/3 innings, now 13, and has only given up 1 run. Again, he's not responsible for the guys on second and third, but he is responsible for Jake McClure at first base. Andrew Clark has now given up 5 earned and potentially 2 more on second and third. 4 straight balls to Sammy Harris, and that's going to bring in another run. It'll be 6-1. Merchants over Mustangs.
Yeah, Jace Johnson had 51 strikeouts in his freshman year at Scottsdale Community College, and with a record of 4-2, let's hope he can use some of that magic right here to get the Mustangs back in this game.
So that is the 6th run on Andrew Clark. Arrington Eason, the guy on third, is also Andrew Clark's run. If you didn't know, if you're a reliever and you come in with guys on base, those earned runs go to the pitcher before you. Good slider there from Jace Johnson, but that is why guys can still be giving up runs after they're taken off the mound.
Yep. Andrew Clark has certainly given up a hefty amount this game.
Breaking ball from Jace Johnson, fouled back. Welcome back, Madeline. Missed you doing the scoreboard. If you're wondering why the scoreboard's so updated, it's because we have some extra help here. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Aiden Shizek. Swung on and missed. So a strikeout, a walk, and another strikeout, and the Mustangs now have the bases loaded, but 2 outs.
Yeah, good job getting that batter out right there. Just one more. And you can take a sigh of relief as a pitcher as you walk off that mound and get ready for your official start of an inning.
No Oliver up. He was the last out in the second inning with a line drive to Carson Schrack with the bases loaded. And in danger of being the last out with the bases loaded in back-to-back innings.
Yeah, Carson did a great job of just putting his glove up there last inning and grabbing that ball. That would have been a single, possibly scoring 2 runs. Shallow part of that left field.
That sinker called for a strike. That ball started off the plate and broke its way back. Tough pitch to hit as a righty in a righty-righty matchup. Everything running in, and then he's got that wipeout slider away. There's the slider there. Good pitch. Just off the outside. Probably should call it a sweeper, which is now a official pitch in the MLB. A slider has a lot more downward movement, and a sweeper has a lot more lateral movement. Think of a sweeper as a lateral curveball. There's that fastball hit over the head of Jeter Mose. Coming in to score is Eason. McClure going to stay at third. So it's an RBI single for Nolan Oliver. And digging in is Dylan Shepard, who started this inning.
Yeah, just the opposite of his hit last inning. No glove up there and down the right field side instead of the left field. No Carson Strike to bring that one in right over the head of Jeter Mose. Nothing he could really do about that, though. Good single.
So here's Shepard. He is 1 for 1 on the day. He came around to score on a single in the third and had a sac fly back in the first. Here's Johnson. Good sweeper. Misses. Fouled off. So Jace Johnson not going to score right there.
Yeah, third baseman thought that was a wild pitch down in that dirt, but must have just got the edge of that bat.
So yeah, final stat line for Andrew Clark. 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, I can't imagine what he's thinking right now, sitting probably in the dugout, sort of kicking himself.
And that run's going to go against Jace Johnson. That's Jake McClure coming around to score on the RBI hit by pitch from Dylan Shepard.
And I'm kicking myself as the pitcher that's on mound right now after throwing that pitch, giving up a free run, just hitting the guy.
We really haven't seen a bad start from this Mustangs team, at least not this bad. 8 runs, and it's not even the end of the third?
No, especially in home games, once the runs sort of come in past that 6th inning mark. And right now, sitting 6-1, top of the third.
I think it's the most runs the Mustangs have allowed at home all year.
Doesn't sound wrong.
And that is the 7th free pass for the Mustangs.
That ball misses just
Be
high.
Justin Ricketts, who struck out in the first, and earlier this inning had a push bunt single to Jeter Mose. Jace Johnson trying to get out of here. Fastball taken for a strike. 1-1 count here. Justin Ricketts. That ball could have been another RBI if Ricketts stayed in there. Instead, it'll be a 2-1 count. Johnson really need to find the zone here.
Yeah, up by 6. I'm not getting hit by that pitch either. That's right at your knees. I'm not losing a kneecap over that.
That one fouled off to the left.
Deuces across the board right now. Hoping for a little good look for our pitcher here. Looking for a strike.
Sammy Harris at third, Nolan Oliver at second, Dylan Shepard at first. 5 runs being pushed across here in the top of the third. Hoping to keep it at just 5. Fastball misses outside. So the runners will be on the move here with the bases loaded. Got to go the long way to first base if you're the Mustangs.
Yeah, as soon as this pitch comes out, you're taking off. Guy on second, I'm looking on any contact to score.
Here's the full count. Fouled off to the left. Yeah, anyone on second should score here, and the guy on first should score on any base hit, or extra base hit, excuse me.
Yeah, good base running awareness from the second and third guy. First guy looked like he had a little bit of a late start right there.
It's also the catcher, Dylan Shepard, not really known for his legs. We saw him on a home game try to go to third on a double and was out by a cool 30 feet.
Yeah, you got to know your limits as a base runner.
Here's a full count offering. Now one misses outside. Coming in to score is Sammy Harris.
Dom's got a problem with that pitch, and so do I. I think that was money. I think Jay should be out of this inning right now, and that run should not be on that board.
That is the 4th free pass of the inning and the 3rd walk of the inning. Then I'll bring up Duttler, who earlier in this inning had an RBI single.
Yeah, Jay's having to restart this count over. That ball fouled away. It's going to be really discouraging. Having to come out here, bases loaded, and just, it's already a bad start, and then you can't get out of the inning.
Here's the 0-1 to Duttler. Fastball in there for a strike. A lot of sink on that one. It'll be an 0-2 count to Noah Duttler with the bases loaded. Here's the next pitch from Jace Johnson. That one's grounded to Holton at short. And the Mustangs will finally get out of it, not before a 6 spot in the top of the 3rd by the Carroll Merchants. Don't go anywhere. We got more baseball here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium here in beautiful St. Joseph, Missouri. Tyler Bermundo alongside Carter Norris, who will be with us for one more inning, and then we will have Brooks Babcock take over.
Yeah, coming off the worst inning I think I've seen the Mustangs play ever. I'm just hoping guys can, they have to rally here. Like, there's really nothing they can do.
Yeah, you just got to chip away. The Mustangs have put up 10 runs in a game before. You're just probably not going to get it all in one inning. Up now is Trevor McCullum, the center fielder, as he take that pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, all that excitement from the Darius Freeman home run looks like it's gone from that dugout. Everybody's hanging their heads, throwing themselves over that dugout fence, and I don't blame them.
That pitch misses away to McCullum. Yeah, it's tough when your starting pitching gives up 7 runs, and it's going to happen. Every pitcher has been there. But it's never a good feeling. It's always a team game, but if you give up 7 runs as a starter, you feel like that game is 100% on you.
Yeah, there's a lot of blame having to be taken there by you as a pitcher, if that's the numbers you're putting up to start a game.
Here's a 3-2 McCullum. It'll be a free pass to start the bottom of the third.
McCullum laid off that pitch really well. Was almost going to swing really late, but ball came through, and he just said, I'll take my free pass.
Now batting is Truman Bodenhausen, the 9-hitter. But as the 9-hitter, he's batting .293 with a .426 on base and 10 RBIs. Pretty good numbers from Truman Bodenhausen. He takes a breaking ball in there for a strike.
That was a really slow pitch right there, really off speed. I don't think Bodenhausen knew what to do with that ball.
Here's the 0-1. McCullum off, going to second. Throw from Shepard's going to be a little low, and McCullum going to slide in safely. So the Mustangs do have a runner on second now with no outs.
Yeah, that was sort of a predictable stolen base there by Trevor. You're having to move into a scoring position right now when you're down by 9, and you saw him looking to jump after that first pitch with Bodenhausen up there, and I think everybody was just confused.
That ball misses away. I mean, if you look at the Mustangs lineup today, you got McCullum, Truman Bodenhausen, Noah Bodenhausen, Darius Freeman hitting in the 8, 9, 1, and 2 spots. That is a lot of speed out there.
Yeah, it's a really stacked section of the order.
Breaking ball just off the inside part of the plate to Truman Bodenhausen, who draws the count even at 2-2.
Bodenhausen either needs to move up Trevor right here or get on base himself, or do both. Driving him in would be really good for the Mustangs right now.
Here's the 2-2. Ball fouled off to the right. Ball must have hit the light fixture out there and past the Mustangs dugout. Fans still here. Not many people have left yet, but if the Mustangs don't put up a couple runs here, people could be heading for the exits early. Here's the 2-2 from Billy Robertson.
Yeah, my team's losing this bad. It's kind of hard to watch as a fan. By the 6th inning, if you're not within 3, might be time to pack it up and go home.
As an Angels fan, I experienced this way too much. Although, they're on like a 4-game win streak right now. They swept the A's.
Yeah, this is going to hurt a couple Kansas City fans out there, but the Rangers kind of swept them.
Swept those Royals?
Series, so royally garbage against the Rangers.
Here's the 2-2. Fouled back. See, when I think Royals and the Angels, I think of Shohei Ohtani last year. Get this. Throws 8 innings and loses. The game before had 8 RBIs and lost. 2 home runs. That one fouled out. Actually, I think he won the game he pitched, but they lost the series. So Ohtani goes 8 innings and they win by 1, and then he also hits 2 home runs and 8 RBIs the game before, and they ended up losing it.
Yeah, there's really nobody behind him and Trout on that Angels team.
Not even
At least
Trout.
there wasn't.
Trout's always hurt.
His move to LA makes a lot of sense.
To the Ohtani?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking Trout because I wouldn't be surprised if that happens either. Here's the 2-2. Ball squared up. Going back on it is Bryce Hoskinson. And he'll make the play. McCullum headed to third. And he'll get there without a throw. So it'll be a runner on third and 1 out. Turns the lineup over to Noah Bodenhausen.
Yeah, he moved that batter over nicely. You know, did a job. It's not exactly what they needed, especially being down 8 runs, but movement's movement. Gets them 90 feet closer to that bag.
And if you're the Merchants here, you can't take your foot off the gas pedal. That's the last thing you can do. You're playing the best team in the Mink League. All of a sudden, that 8-run lead could be shrunken down if you don't take this game seriously.
Yeah, the Mustangs have a long history of just walking it off.
It's very true. 3 walk-offs this season. Bodenhausen swinging and missing at that one. Noah Bodenhausen hitting .239 with a .438 on base percentage, 8 RBIs, and 9 stolen bases. Not much power, though. Only 1 double is the only extra base hit he has. Here's the 1-1. Slider from Robertson misses just outside.
Yeah, good job for him getting ahead in the count right here, just laying off that ball. Some smart looks from these base runners. Just
that one fouled off to the right.
There's nothing really to show for it. 1 hit, 1 run. He'd be a bit more aggressive with that bat.
Billy Robertson is headed to Maryland Eastern Shore College next season. Stands at 6'3", 190 pounds. That pitch misses outside to Noah Bodenhausen. Count is now full. Here's Robinson's full count offering. Misses down and away, so another base runner for the Mustangs. For the home run man himself, Darius Freeman.
Yeah, a lot of cheers from the crowd here. Darius Freeman is the man to be right now. The only hit and the only run on board. You know, you can't really be mad at him. I mean, he's done great stuff offensively and defensively this whole game, and coming up for his second at bat. Let's hope he does something good. Keep that fire rolling for him.
Freeman has 26 hits this season, 6 doubles and 2 bombs now. Good enough for a .470 slugging percentage. But he's looking to bunt here, a good one. Third baseman Aiden Chazette coming in on it. It's going to be an RBI bunt single for Darius Freeman after hitting a ball 420 feet his first at bat.
Darius Freeman is one of the most diverse players on this team, I feel like. You know, can hit a home run, then drop a bunt. Can play pretty much anywhere on the field. We've seen him pitch before. Just an every tool player.
It's also the kind of guy who can fire up this lineup even down 8. Now they're down 7. I do remember when Freeman scored on the Jeter Mosaic ground ball to second against this team, actually. And he went berserk at the plate.
Here goes Carson, fouling one off. The University of Arkansas commit is very frequent in this lineup. Plays mostly all throughout the infield, though I've seen him in the outfield before.
Here's the 0-1 to Shrek. Hasn't hit a home run yet. He had a couple, though, in his college career.
Yeah, a little bit of a catcher mound visit right here.
Yeah, Shrek at 404 his freshman year at Coffeyville Community College. It's no joke. 404 at any college level is impressive, especially at the JUCO level.
Yeah, one of those top D1 schools, and it sounds like he earned it. Really great guy in the dugout, outside the dugout. just all around.
Here's the 1-1 to Shrek. Hit pretty well down the left field line. But it's going to slice foul. That'll make the count 1-2.
Yeah, if that ball had been just inside, I don't think that left fielder's getting to it. A little slow off that jump toward that ball. That would have been a great thing to have in here for the Mustangs.
Noah Bodenhausen at second, Darius Freeman at first. 1-2 pitch to Shrek. This one grounded to the right. First base coach not making the play there. That ball was hit pretty hard, though.
Yeah. Darius Freeman with both hits in this game.
Both RBIs as well. Yeah. Sorry for cutting you off. Didn't realize you were going there. Carter Norris is locked here.
Trying my best.
Charlie Marshall will be back on Friday. Here's the 1-2. Misses inside, 2-2. Carter's here till the third. And then we have Brooks Babcock filling in for innings 4 through 6. And Don McKilly rounding out the last 3 innings.
Yeah, he had to shuffle that back foot there, Carson did. That ball going right toward his shin.
Here's the next offering. Ball hit pretty well to right field. Going back is Bryce Hoskinson. He'll camp under it and make the play. Noah Bodenhausen going to move up to third. It'll be runners at the corners and 2 outs for Jeter Mose.
Yeah, almost went deep right there. Certainly just under that ball. If he'd squared that up, that would have been absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I think got under it a bit and caught it a bit on the hands. He was just a hair late. If he wasn't, it would have been just like Darius Freeman in the first.
Right
Mose, though.
Hit it here signs.
He was aimed at those hit it here signs out in right field. If he hits it, everyone gets Little Caesars pizza. Mose with a 329 average, 379 on base, and 11 RBIs, looking to add to that total here. Mose with 6 doubles and 1 home run, slugging .447. One-0 pitch to Mose. Misses way outside. That's going to bring in a run. Noah Bodenhausen and Darius Freeman up to second.
Mustangs are starting to do what they need to do right here, putting some runs back on that board, making up for their poor pitching. Some decent offense out here. A couple of hits. One that should have gone absolutely yard, but just late and under. But really productive at-bats.
You bring in Darius Freeman, and this game feels a lot closer. 9-4 feels so much more manageable than 9-1. There goes Freeman for third. A good swing by Mose is going to get past the diving Sammy Harris. And the Mustangs have rallied for 3 runs here in the bottom of the third, and they may not be done yet.
You called it right there. Darius Freeman comes in, 9-4. Darius has his name on all 3 of these runs.
Darius Freeman doing it all today, except for pitching. Maybe we'll see him come out to the mound later. Mason Holton steps in. He struck out looking in the second.
Yeah, Darius Freeman pitching is a sight to see. He came in for a relief one game. I think it was against the Kansas City Monarchs?
Yes, it was. In a game they were losing only by 3. Holton takes that pitch for a strike. They were losing by 3, and Freeman ended up getting the win. No, excuse me, he did not. They tied it, so he didn't get the win, but got the hold. There goes Mose. Awkward swing by Holton, but it might flare anyway. That ball's going to get down in fair territory in front of Justin Ricketts. Coming home is Mose. A throw from left field, and Mose's going to slide in safely. 9-5 is the score, Merchants over Mustangs, but they've rallied for 4 runs here in the bottom of the third.
Dude, the Mustangs doing everything they can right now to fire up this crowd. Everybody stood up for that. Absolutely insane. Not even close, that throw. Way off the bag. Brings a runner in. 9-5. Beautiful inning from the Mustangs.
Now up is Easton Bruce, who grounded out to first in the second inning. And after the Merchants batted around, all of a sudden the Mustangs could do the same here. Here's Bruce. That one not going to do much. It's skied. Calling for it is Shazek. And he's going to make the play. Not before the Mustangs strike for 4, cutting the deficit to 4. It'll be 9-5 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. If you're just joining us, you've missed a wacky game. The Mustangs currently trailing 9-5. The Merchants rallied for 6 runs in the top of the 3rd, but the Mustangs struck for 4 in the bottom half. 9-5, top of the 4th inning with Arrington Eason, the taco hitter, up. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Johnson. Tyler Bermudo alongside Brooks Babcock joining us here for the next 3 innings. Brooks, how you doing?
We're pretty good. I've been keeping up with the game down there running the camera, and it has been a wacky one. Andrew Clark, not the greatest start, and then something you don't really see, Jace Johnson coming in and not performing his best. There's a pop fly. Out to right goes foul. And, it looked like the momentum was all the Merchants' way, and here come the Mustangs this last inning with a couple hits from Jeter Mousy, Darius Freeman, people like that. So, way to get back in the game, 9-5 now. Entering the top of the 4th.
What we do need is Jace Johnson to figure it out on the mound. He's behind Easton 3-1. The Merchants brought around 12 batters last inning. That one ground to the left, so the taco hitter Arrington Eason in danger of giving some fans some tacos.
Great job by Jace Johnson getting back in the count. We'll see what he does here to try and get this first out secured.
Here's the pitch to Eason. Ball is lined and in front of Darius Freeman. Could be a play at first, and the throw is offline. So a good idea from Darius Freeman, but it'll be a hit for Arrington Eason, his 3rd time reaching base.
That ball was pretty short. Darius Freeman is already playing about 10 feet in, and it just landed in front of him. A very low rising ball, just not able to get under that, and then the offline throw, but it doesn't hurt much.
No, it's not going to go as an error. It would have been a hit anyway. Here's Jake McClure now, his 4th at bat, and we're in the 4th inning. That one's hit out to right center. Going to his left is McCullum, and he'll make the play. So Jake McClure, who has reached base in his first 3 at bats, 2 hits and a walk, flies out to center field. That'll bring up Bryce Hoskinson.
Hoskinson hitting 208 on the year.
He takes that pitch outside for a ball. Hoskinson at Ellsworth Community College He struck out 10 times in 20 at-bats, but has looked a lot better here in the Mink League. That's a ground ball hit to Holton. 6. Over to Truman Bodenhausen for 1. And over to Mosey for 2. So the Merchants put up 9 runs in the first 3 innings, but it just takes 3 batters to retire them here in the 4th. 9-5 as you head to the bottom of the 4th. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Bermundo and Brooks Babcock welcoming you back to Phil Welch. 9-5 ball game. The Merchants went down 1-2-3 in the 4th. Mustangs struck for 4 in the bottom of the 3rd inning and are hoping to chip away more at this deficit.
Leading off for the St. Joseph Mustangs, Dom Felix.
Dom Felix steps up. 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to short back in the 2nd, but as we mentioned before, he's been one of the hottest hitters in this Mustangs lineup. Brought his average up to 310. He's had 5 hits in the last 2 ball games. Dom Felix went 3 for 5 against the Nevada Griffins with a triple shy of the cycle, and then went 2 for 5 in the makeup game against the Merchants here earlier today. That one misses low. 2-0 count here to Dom Felix. Billy Robertson only with 2 walks so far today. But there's his 3rd. Dom Felix taken way outside. It's weird, Brooks. They're down 9-5, but the momentum swinging back to the Mustangs.
Definitely is. After this last bottom of the inning, I mean, it looks like the Mustangs are out there just getting back into swinging this thing. Billy Robertson started all right, getting back into it, but the right-handed pitcher is just trying to throw it outside, and obviously on Dom Felix right there, didn't quite work out.
That brings up Trevor McCullum, the center fielder. He started the rally last inning. He walked, came around to score, and he was the first of the 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Billy Robertson's 1-0. That one hit hard to second base. Nolan Oliver to the shortstop, Sammy Harris, who pulls Duller off the bag. And McCullum will be rewarded second because that ball went out of play.
Yeah, the second baseman was rushed by McCollum's speed and ended up making an offline throw, heading out of bounds, and set you right back up where you were, obviously with an out added to the scoreboard.
That'll bring up Truman Bodenhausen. He flat out to right his last time up. Truman batting around the 285 mark with an on-base percentage of .420. Here's the first pitch to Truman Bodenhausen. Squares around a bunt. Hits a bomb to the into the fans out there in front of the Merchants dugout.
Obviously, you're always trying to get on top of that ball when you're squaring up for a bunt. Just coming in high, hard to adjust on those types of things.
Truman and his brother, Noah, both only have one double, the rest singles. Noah Bodenhausen on deck. There's a good breaking ball there from Billy Robertson, taken for a strike. The Mustangs can get 1, maybe 2 runs here. That'll make things a lot more manageable going forward.
Yeah, you already have one in scoring position on second.
Curveball misses inside to Truman. Now for the Merchants, what is your thought process after being up 8 runs and kind of now trying to hold off the Mustangs' rally?
Well, yeah, it seemed like they kind of got out of their mentality to start with once they got up 9-1, and they're trying to get back into it. I just keep playing the same ball game you were at the beginning, like it's a one-run game. The Mustangs can just come back in any scenario, as you saw earlier, and we've seen several times against the Merchants. They've walked off here at Phil Welch, so just keep that same mindset like it's a close ball game.
Truman Bodenhausen going down on a nice curveball from Billy Robertson. That'll turn the lineup over to Noah Bodenhausen, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but walked in the third. That ball hit hard to third base. Going to his knees is Aiden Shazek, and a strong throw is going to get Noah Bodenhausen. So after 14 runs were put up in the first 3 innings in total, there have been back-to-back shutout innings for the Mustangs and Merchants. We head to the top of the 5th now. Don't go anywhere. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Bermundo and Brooks Babcock welcome you back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. There could be a good finish brewing here. The Mustangs down 4, but seem to have a bit of momentum after being down 9-1. Sammy Harris, the 3-hitter, steps up for the Merchants. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. That one fouled back. Jace Johnson out for his 3rd inning of work. So far has thrown 2 innings, given up 2 runs.
Yeah, Sammy Harris consistently one of the best hitters for the Merchants this year with 5 doubles, 1 triple, and a home run. And just
that one grounded back to Jace Johnson. And it'll be an easy first out in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, just 30 at-bats.
That'll bring up Aiden Shazek, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but walked in a run back in the 3rd inning. Excuse me, the 2nd inning. Here's Johnson's first offering. Fastball misses just inside. It does look like that Jace Johnson has settled in quite a bit since his start to the Third inning. That one hit out to McCullum in center, and he's not going to get there. So a little flare single for Aiden Shazek, and that'll bring in Nolan Oliver.
Now batting Noah Oliver.
Oliver's been a ball magnet all year. So at Highland Community College, he got hit 9 times and is headed to UCCS next season to play some more ball.
Here's a random stat for you. He's at Highland Community College, got hit 9 times. So is Dylan Shepard, the guy on deck. Hit 9 times in his season at Highland. Here's the 0-1. Quick pickoff move from Jace Johnson, but Shazek back no problem. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses away. Oliver has 2 RBIs in the night, 1 on a single to right field and 1 on a walk in the first. He lined out in the second. This ball grounded to Holton. Going to be a tough turn. He's going to go the long way, throws in the dirt and gets past Mose at first. Moving to third is Aiden Shazek, and going to second is Nolan Oliver. Another error on Mason Holton.
Yeah, strong throw, but the base runners were just too fast. I think it got in his head a little bit, trying to make that strong throw. So Zach was speeding to second, so you look first once he's pretty much there. And the error forces 2 runners in scoring position.
That would have been huge for the Mustangs. That'll bring up Dylan Shepard. Shepard hitting .265 on the year with 4 doubles and a home run. A little bit of power in the 6th spot in the lineup for the Merchants. Here's the 0-1. On his hands and fouled off to the left.
Sounds like some roof damage to Phil Welch.
All the antics at Phil Welch, from the balls that hit the roof to the net. Things are great here. That ball sky high out to right field. Darius Freeman trying to get behind it. Pretty shallow. Shazek in a tag and hold back there. A good throw from Freeman probably would have gotten the runner at third. So it'll be second and third now, 2 outs for Justin Ricketts.
Yeah, he would have for sure gotten him. Darius Freeman, probably one of the strongest arms on the team. Halfway to the infield, strong throw, would have had him. Smart play by Shazek holding up at third.
If Shazek did go and Freeman hosed him, that added to a tremendous all-around day from Darius Freeman. Sinker from Jace Johnson catches the outside part of the plate. Ricketts 1 for 3 on the day. Excuse me, 1 for 2 on the day. He's going to be 1 for 3 on the day, though, as that ball is hit out to Darius Freeman again. Jace Johnson escapes another one, leaves 2 men on base. It'll be 9-5. So head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere. St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Darius Freeman digs in this 9-5 ball game. But it's definitely not Darius Freeman's fault. He's 2 for 2 with an absolute bomb. And that ball's hitting to left field. But run down there by Justin Ricketts. That had extra bases written all over it. If it did, Darius Freeman would have been 3/4 of the way to the cycle and only the 5th inning.
Yeah, he's already halfway to second base. It's a crucial catch out there in left field, getting under it. Darius Freeman, have yourself a night. Home run, RBI run. I mean, he's pretty much done everything. And then he saved a run right out there in the top half.
That'll bring up Carson Strack, who takes one off the outside part of the plate. Strack 0 for 2 on the night. Here's the 1-0. Misses away. Strack with a pretty deep fly out last at bat. Would have brought in 3 runs, but instead died about 10 feet in front of the track. Here's the 2-0. Taken down and in. 3-0 count here to Carson Strack. Having a pretty decent year, 263 average, 333 on base, and 19 RBIs. Second, that one's hit out to Easton in center. He'll camp under this one. So I mentioned that Carson Strack has the most at-bats and tied for the most games played here for the Mustangs. Here's Mose. 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single back in the 3rd. This one popped up. Calling for it is Duttler at first, but he's not going to get there. Big boy went tumbling. Mose will get another chance.
Obviously, the first baseman has priority, but I don't know. That didn't really look like his ball to go
I don't know
for.
if anyone could have gotten there, to be honest. If Billy Robertson, he's pretty athletic. That might have been his chance, but
Yeah.
you never really want the pitcher getting pop-ups anyway. Pitch taken upstairs from Jose. 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Robertson working quickly here. Here's the 1-1. Dirty breaking ball. Mose looked foolish on that one. One-two from Billy Robertson. Breaking ball taken outside. He's gone to that 3 times in a row now. What have you seen so far from Robertson?
I mean, he's had a decent game so far. I mean, he's given up quite a few runs, but he has been going back to his secondary pitches outside. Tries to go outside again.
Goes
right
with a
there.
fastball there. Going to his left is Nolan Oliver. And a good play is going to get Mose. So it's been a different ball game since the first 3 innings. No team scoring in the 4th and 5th. I mean, 9-5's dead at the top of the 6th inning. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Saw Noah Dutler take a first pitch strike. Tyler Mundo and Brooks Babcock welcome back to Phil Welch. Jace Johnson out for his 4th inning of work. That one's hit deep in the hole. A good play by Schrack and picked out of the ground by Jeter Mose. What a nice start to the inning for these Mustangs.
Great defensive play right there. Schrack moving to his left. That's a difficult play when you're off balance like that. Incredible effort and great strong throw from him over on the opposite side of the field.
As athletic as Mason Holton is, I don't think if he gets that ball, he actually makes the play. That was the only way they were going to get an out there was if Carson Schrack took it, and he did. Arrington Easton, the taco hitter, stepped up, but has not really been in danger of any taco as he's walked twice and singled. Taco chance really coming in here. Here's the 1-1. Here's Easton in a 1-2 count. Jace Johnson looking to put him away. Oh, man, that pitch missed somewhere. Easton looked like he was rung up. Dom Felix ready to throw to third.
Yeah, they were ready. I think the umpire called it a bit low.
Here's the 2-2. Ball grounded to Schrack. Will have another chance. And he'll make another play. So no tacos, but 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Jace Johnson with a little shimmy afterward. That'll bring in Jake McClure, one of the highest averages in the entire Mink League. He's batting over .430. That pitch, a strike from Jace Johnson. And McClure is 2 for 3 today with a couple singles and a walk. That one's hit out to Freeman. Going back a couple steps. Should be no problem for the right fielder. And 3 straight shutout innings for the Mustangs. Hopefully they can turn it around at the plate as they've been held scoreless the last 2. 9-5 is headed to the bottom of the 6th. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Mason Holton digs in for the Mustangs. This is a 9-5 ball game. Tyler Bermundo joined alongside Brooks Babcock. As here's the first pitch from Billy Robertson. Swung on and missed by Holton. Holton doubled his last time up and is 1 for 2 today. That one taken downstairs. Here's the 1-1. Good breaking ball. Taken for a strike. 1-2 on Mason Holton. Holton only batting .212, but again has found ways on base. Good frame by Ethan Shepard. Not going to get the call. 2-2 to Mason Holton. Breaking ball is ground to Sammy Harris at short. Going to be a tough play. And that throw is way high. Knocked down by Noah Dutler, but it'll be an infield single for Mason Holton, his second hit of the ball game.
Yeah, that left side of the field is getting work on both teams, and looked like the shortstop just released that ball just a little too high, flew into the dugout.
That was the first hit since Mason Holton's double in the third. Mustangs hoping to chip away at this deficit. Still got a couple innings to play. Here's Easton Bruce, the DH, looking for his first hit as a Mustang. 0 for 2 today and went 0 for 3 in the last game. Here's the 0-1. Taken inside. One count. Quick pickoff move. Holton back safely.
Yeah, I'm sure Robertson, one of his strong suits is the pickoff move, being a lefty.
That one off the glove of Shepard. Didn't know Billy Robertson was a lefty.
No, against a lefty.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. He does have a pretty quick move, though, for sure. You're just joining us. You missed 14 runs being put up in the first 3 innings, but then 5 straight zeros for both teams. Now we're in the bottom of the 6th. Tale of 2 games. Here's the 2-1 to Bruce. That one flared out to center field. It's going to be down in front of Arrington Eason, off his glove as well. Bruce thinking about second, and that throws in the dirt. There goes Mason Holton for the plate. And a bizarre way for the Mustangs to score their 6th run of the ballgame. Brooks, tell me what just happened.
Yeah, lots of chaos out there in the outfield. The center fielder and right fielder were arguing for the ball, and both of them missed it, trying to send it to second as quick as possible. And it was in the dirt. Went outside of that. Got to go recover. It just gives you time for base runners to keep advancing. And all of a sudden, a couple innings ago, you're down 9-1. And you're within 3 now.
It's going to go down as a single for Bruce. No RBI. He moved up to second on the throwing error from East. First pitch to Dom Felix taken outside. And he had so much time to get Easton Bruce at second.
He did. That was a very chaotic first hit as a Mustang.
Big swing and a miss from Felix. Bruce, another left-hander added to this lineup. Other guys to mention, Carson Schrack, Jackson Glick, Darius Freeman, Frank Gall. So a good split between righties and lefties. Good wood by Felix, but to be caught by Arrington Eason for the first out. McCullum's going to step in. He walked in the 3rd and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Billy Robertson still out there despite giving up 6 runs. Here's the 0-0 spaghetti move. Here's the first pitch to Trevor McCullum. Good breaking ball in there for strike one. Easton Bruce on second. McCullum takes that pitch low. 1-1 count. I don't see anyone up in the bullpen for either team as of right now.
Interesting. I feel like it's almost Robertson's time. Giving up quite a few more hits recently.
You also have Jace Johnson as well, who's been out there for 4
True.
innings.
Robertson was on top of his game, coming in with those breaking balls on the outside and stuff. He's just been missing that now after putting some tread on his tires.
I want to get away from Shepard. He can't find it as Bruce will move up to third. Yeah, Billy Robertson looked pretty much untouchable in the first 2 innings. He gave up a bomb to Darius Freeman, but after that had 6 up, 6 down. Then a really lengthy third inning, and then has thrown 2 more shutout innings until the 6th. Here's a 3-1. Taken high by McCullum. And all of a sudden, Truman Bodenhausen is the tying run.
First St. Mustangs, Truman Bodenhausen.
You're in that huddle out there on the mound right now, Tyler. What are you talking about?
It's a good question. Probably just calm them down. Or maybe they're talking about the Mustangs trivia that we forgot to do in the 5th inning. So, Brooks, question for you. How much does the Father's Day package cost at Phil Welch Stadium? Your hint. It includes 4 tickets and a free hat. A, $25. B, $35. C, $40. Or D, $50.
Well, tickets are generally around 8, and a hat probably around 20. So do the math on that, and then you probably get some reduction, it being a bundle. So I'm going to go with $40.
$40. Brooks Babcott's final answer. And that is correct. $40 for Brooks. Well, he doesn't get $40, but he's 1 for 2 on the year in Mustangs trivia.
I almost had the last one. I just changed my mind at the last moment.
Here's Truman Bodenhausen. That one grounded foul. I should keep track of our stats. I think I'm 2 for 5. Charlie's 2 for 4. Brooks 1 for 2. Carter 1 for 1. And Dom, I believe, is 1 for 1 as well. Here's the 0-1. There goes McCullum, but pitch is fouled off to the right. Billy Robertson gets his sign and ready for the 0-2 to Truman Bodenhausen. There goes McCullum again. That pitch grounded foul. McCullum getting his cardio in. The Mustangs head up to Chillicothe tomorrow, but are back here against the Clarinder A's on Friday, where Charlie Marshall should be back. Here's a great one. Charlie Marshall is recognized at the airport. It's got to feel pretty good.
He was recognized at the airport.
He was recognized at the airport. Some guy asked if he was the Mustangs broadcaster. That would make my whole year. Another 0-2. McCullum goes again. Bodenhausen with a ground ball to the third baseman, Aiden Shazek. That throws in the dirt, but picked nicely by Duttler. Not before the Mustangs get another run, and it's 9-7.
Something about the Carroll Merchants calls for a walk-off game. See if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Noah Bodenhausen, 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Came around to score back in the third inning as he takes that pitch for a strike. That was Easton Bruce scoring on the last play. Here's the 0-1. Ball's flared out to center field, going to get in front of Easton. There goes McCullum for the plate. And he's going to score. It's 9-8 Merchants after the Mustangs have scored 7 unanswered runs.
Next up, for North St. Joseph Mustangs, Darius Freeman.
Now batting is Darius Freeman, and the last guy you want to see if you're the Merchants. Freeman is currently 2 for 3 on the day with a home run and 2 RBIs. Here's Freeman. He took Billy Robinson yard all the way back in the first inning. That one fouled, probably off his foot. Darius Freeman's home run will be in my portfolio probably for a long time. That's the first home run I've called. And what a home run it was. That ball went about 420 feet, cleared the party deck. Here's the next pitch. There goes Bodenhausen. That one fouled off to the left. Tell you what, Brooks, if you would have told me it was going to be a 9-8 ball game after the first 3 innings, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, top of the second, it looked pretty grim. Put on 4, and now another 3, 7 unanswered. Now you're within 1 run, still with 3 innings left.
And a tough call. Darius Freeman rung up, and he's not happy about it. Not only was that looked inside, but Dylan Shepard set up away. And Freeman with a couple words for the home plate umpire. Not before the Mustangs plate 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, bringing the deficit to just 1 run. We head to the top of the 7th. Don't go anywhere on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Bermundo and Dom Achille welcoming you back to the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast.
What's up, everyone?
Dom checking in. Carter went the first 3 innings and gave up 14 runs in total, and then Brooks comes in and only gives up 3. So Dom Achille, let's see what he gives us tonight.
Yep, the closer, baby.
2-0 count here. And digging in is Bryce Hoskinson. He fouls that one off. Dom, what have you seen so far in this game?
I mean, yeah, at first it was kind of a slow start for the Mustangs. The pitching was struggling by Andrew Clark, but Jace Johnson has held it down these last several of innings. Mustangs have rallied in the bottom of the sixth and
That
scored
one
3
grounded to
runs.
Truman Bodenhouse at second. Going to be quick, and he's quick enough to get the speedy Hoskinson. Sorry, you were saying, Dom?
I mean, yeah, the Mustangs have been slowly inching back. It's already a 9-8 game here in the top of the seventh. Honestly, I'm not shocked to see this. Expected it. The Mustangs always fight back when they can when they're down, and yeah, close ball game once again.
We also mentioned the Merchants have a 10-16 record, but every game against the Mustangs has been close. If you're a Merchant, why do you compete so much in these games?
I mean, well, they know they're playing the first place team in the league, and if they want to have that chance to have a good seeding in the playoffs, you got to play well against the best, and they've done that about every time they played the Mustangs.
The Mustangs with a commanding lead in the Mink League. That one line past Mason Holton. Sammy Harris has reached 3 times, so that's his first hit tonight. That'll bring up Aiden Shazek, who is 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. So we'll jump to the standings real quick, just so you could see the Mustangs 5 games ahead of the Clarinda A's, who they square off against on Friday. Here's the pitch to Shazek. That one hit pretty well to Freeman. Got a good jump on it. And a nice play by Darius Freeman.
Yeah, I read that well off the bat. Wasn't really too much slice on that ball, so you could track that well.
We 2 outs here for Nolan Oliver. Nolan Oliver, not Noah Oliver, as they said in the PA. We mentioned it was kids. Kids run the show tonight, so kids have been in the booth, have been in the PA box, have been doing the YMCA, interviewing players. They're all over today.
I know it's great to see these kids working out here, doing a pretty good job tonight. So could be future Mustangs intern employees one day. Love to see that.
Getting paid the same as we do.
Yeah.
Getting picked off at first is Sammy Harris. And it's going to be interference on Jeter Mose. He was dead to rights.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. Couldn't really get out of the way. Trying to argue his case with the umpire, but looks like he's going to be on second.
Really smart by Sammy Harris to stay in there as long as he can, not give up. And Mose went right in the running lane of Sammy Harris. It'll be a runner on second now. Changes the whole complexity of the inning. Fans not really happy. It is the right call, though. The base runner has the entitlement.
I mean, yeah, close ball game here late in the 7th inning. Anyone's game so far. I mean, yeah, any call like that or something like that can probably cost you down the stretch.
Well, really what happened is Mose, on the right side of the running lane, cut across to the left after he got rid of the ball and intersected with Sammy Harris. The smart thing would be stay on the right side and go around to the right to not avoid it. Fans not happy, but it really was the right call. So Nolan Oliver has a guy on runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-1 from Johnson, who's in his 5th inning of work. That one fouled off his foot.
I mean, yeah, if I was Jace Johnson, I would keep attacking that inside part of the strike zone like he has a whole night to the right-handed batters. Kind of has seen the jam him a lot here, so won't be shocked if he sticks with that approach before ending him off with an off-speed, which we could see that on this next pitch since it's 0-2.
Johnson came in the 3rd inning, inherited bases loaded, gave up those 3 runs and 2 more, but then has been lights out since then. Here's the 0-2 to Nolan Oliver. Sinker gets in on his hands, might have broken a bat. Mason Holton with a quick shuffle, and he's going to throw out Oliver at first, so it'll be 9-8 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here at Phil Welch. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. We got an exciting one. Tyler Mundo alongside Dominic Achille. New pitcher for the Merchants. Being traded from the Kansas City Monarchs is Joe Random.
Yes, sir.
Another guy not on the roster, but number 30 taking over for the Merchants.
I have a feeling we're still going to see a lot of Joe Random later this summer, too.
It's summer ball. Anything can happen.
Yes.
Carson Strack digs in. Over 3 in the day, and he takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate for a ball. Billy Robertson, final line, scores 6 hits, 7 runs, 8 earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The Coffeyville Community College product up 2-0 on the newly entered Joe Random. Big swing by Schrack. Be a 2-1 count.
Yeah, he's had some bad luck here at the plate tonight. A fly out and a line out. So let's see if he can piece one in the gap here.
Long hold for number 30. That one taken upstairs. Carson Strack, who's the tying run right now. Up 3-1. Something to note. The Mustangs only have left 3 guys on with 2 outs. The Merchants have left on 11. Carson Strack works the leadoff walk, but like I was saying, the Merchants have left 11 guys on base, 8 of which were in the first 3 innings. So they put up 9 runs in the first 3 innings, but left on 8 more.
Yeah, they've kind of let off the gas here ever since the 3rd inning. I mean, they did score a couple runs on a couple pass balls, from Andrew Clark. But I mean, the Mustangs have their foot on the gas this whole time.
Now, if you tuned in the bottom of the 3rd, you would think this is a Mustangs game all the way. Clark with a rough start, but Jace Johnson now within his 5th inning of work, and has really kept the Mustangs in this ballgame.
And yeah, he came into this game with a .71 ERA. It's pretty good.
That one by Mose hit pretty well. Going back on it is Eason. And Arrington Easton with a nice running grab. Jeter Mose hitting that one pretty deep out there to center field, but did not get all of it.
I mean, yeah, one thing I've noticed about Easton center field, he's been playing the ball pretty well, kind of playing left center. There's been some lineouts that have sliced over in that gap, so he knows how to read them. Very excellent fielder there out in center.
Going to bring in Mason Holton, who's 2 for 3 on the day. Struck out looking in the 2nd, but doubled in the 3rd. And had a single in the 6th inning. Breaking ball misses high from Joe Random. One 1-0 to Mason Holton. Looked like he's going to take a big hack at that, but takes that one inside. Holton has a home run on the year and could give the Mustangs the lead. Shall he do that again? Schrack awaits at first. 2-0 count. Breaking ball misses high. Joe Random quickly down in the count. 3-0. Here's a 3-0 offering. Holton takes that pitch down. Wow. Don't know where that missed, but back-to-back walks from Joe Random. And the Mustangs have first and second for Easton Bruce.
I would love to see Easton Bruce driving 1, possibly 2 here.
Bruce with this very interesting first hit for the Mustangs. Hit a flare to center field. Looked like he was dead to rights at second, but a bad throw allowed him to reach second, and scoring on the play was Mason Holton last inning. Bruce takes one up and away.
Even though he's only been here for maybe a game or 2, I mean, it seems like he fits the Mustang system well. Fits right in.
Mound visit, talking to Joe Random. As I have insider intel, couldn't tell you from where, but Easton Bruce has been recovering from a broken back since March.
Wow.
Thank you to the chat, by the way. It's probably Easton's mom. It's actually good to know that there's a lot of stuff that I don't know doing these broadcasts. I can only do what Google allows me to find. So if anyone does have some cool information, don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah, thank you for the information. We appreciate it a lot.
Bruce stands in first and second. 2 walks in the inning already, as the Washburn product up 1-0. Pitch misses just outside. Home plate umpire zone shrinking a bit. As that is the 6th straight ball thrown by Joe Random. Here's a 2-0. Little excuse me swing fouled off to the left, right over the Merchants dugout.
Little perfect check swing there. Would love to see Easton drive one to the left center field gap.
Here's the 2-1 to Easton Bruce. Little maybe changeup that was left up in the zone. 3-1 count. And Bruce, who's coming off of the IR, or the IL, excuse me, might have a chance to help take this game back for the Mustangs. 3-1 count. Taken away. 3 walks in the inning from Joe Random. And the Mustangs, after being down 9-1 in the top of the third, have a chance to take this lead.
Yeah, if Joe Random wants to give the Merchants a chance, he needs to settle down, just find the strike zone. But though I know once he finds it, Dom Felix will definitely attack. Kind of a lose-lose situation here for Joe Random.
Dom Felix now, again, one of the hottest hitters in the Mustangs lineup. 0 for 2 today, though. He takes a big swing and a foul ball back. Yeah, Dom Felix has been on a tear.
And yeah, a week ago he had that walk-off blooper in right field. Ever since then, been on a tear like he just said.
He started off the year in the first 4 games hitting under 100.
Yeah.
And has now worked his batting average around the 300 mark. Breaking ball taken for a strike there. Fans didn't like it. Dom didn't like it.
Yeah.
But it'll be an 0-2 count regardless.
Has a couple of tanks this year, too.
He has 3 home runs. Leads the team.
Ooh.
Here's Joe Random's pitch. Good breaking ball. Gets Dom Felix reaching. That'll allow Trevor McCullum a chance with the bases loaded. He's reached base all 3 plate appearances, 2 walks and a fielder's choice. As it looks like the Carroll Merchants are going to go to their pin here to face the Mustang center fielder. We're going to take a quick break and tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. Tyler Mundo and Dom McKilly welcoming you back. 9-8 Merchants, but the Mustangs have the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ethan Silva on to pitch for the Merchants. First pitch, big hack by Trevor McCullum. That one's fouled back.
Yeah, Ethan Silva tops out at 88 miles per hour. Pitch for Iowa Western Community College redshirt freshman. His K per 9 rate is pretty good, 10.3.
That one off the glove of
Strikeouts.
Shepard.
Ooh, close call.
Taking a couple steps with Schrack, but he's going to retreat back to third. This was a called strike, so it'll be 0-2 count on Trevor McCullum.
Ethan looking for the strikeout here like he usually does.
McCullum, the only guy in the Mustangs lineup today that has not gotten out. He had a fielder's choice, but has not gotten out himself. Here's the 0-2 from Silva. Fouled off to the right. Silva throws hard. Probably upper 9s. Sorry, upper 8s. The upper 9s would be ridiculous. He wouldn't be in the Mink League if he was throwing upper 9s.
I think McCollum's going to need to look for anything that kind of hangs into the zone. Just fight off that fastball.
Here's the 0-2. Taken away. Silva messing with timing there.
Yeah, McCollum needs to kind of wait back and send one to the right center field gap. Definitely send two to the plate and give them the lead.
Here's the pitch. Misses down. There goes Schrack to third. And the Mustangs tie it up at 9 after being down 9-1. What a rally and what grit and determination from this Mustangs team. Mason Holton goes to third. And Easton Bruce goes to second. 8 unanswered runs, and the Mustangs hoping to get more.
Like they say, it ain't over till it's over.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Silva. That one's hit over the short second baseman's head. Nolan Oliver coming in to score is Mason Holton. Right behind him is Easton Bruce. And the Mustangs now lead it 11-9 thanks to a 2 RBI single from Trevor McCullum.
I mean, yeah, not shocked. Like I said, waited back, hit the ball to the right center field gap, drive 2 runs. That's what you need right there. Kind of subtle little hits. Don't do anything too big, but, I mean, that was a big memo right now there. And now they lead by 2 here in the bottom of the 7th.
This has been a heck of a game for these Mustangs. A game where people could have headed for the exits with them being down 9-1. The Mustangs put up 4 in the third, and in the last 2 innings have put up 3 apiece. And now they lead at 11-9.
Especially against this Carroll Merchants team who has had their number all year so far.
Here's the 1-0. There goes McCullum. Good throw from Shepard, but McCullum slides in safely. Runner on second for Truman Bodenhausen. Here's the 2-0 to Truman Bodenhausen. Ethan Silva looks at second, winds and fires. 3-0 count. Well, there's been 20 runs scored. This game isn't moving that slow by any means. Coming up on the 2.5-hour mark. Here's the 3-0. Ball 4. Noah Bodenhausen going to get a chance to extend the Mustangs' lead with guys on first and second.
I mean, yeah, if you're Silva right now, you would definitely went to this game this inning pumped up, like I'm going to get the strikeout, man. But, that when you face this Mustangs team, that's clearly not what's going to happen. I mean, kind of gave up the lead there, kind of not blown save, but blown the lead there for the Merchants. And now Mustang is leading like they always do.
So Joe Random, as of right now, is the losing pitcher, who I would not have thought anyone in the Merchants would be the losing pitchers today. Andrew Clark, who gave up 8 runs in 2 innings of work, is now off the hook.
Yeah,
Jace Johnson will be the winning pitcher of record. Shall this game stay?
They're just chilling right now.
Andrew Clark got to take your whole team out to dinner after They battle back and score 10 runs.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Still a lot of ball game left, though.
Oh, yeah. The game is not over here with how it's been going. 5 straight balls.
Yeah, chicken dinner sounds delicious right now. Put a little gravy on top of it, too. See, Bodenhausen could put some gravy on a ball.
How about a Little Caesars hit it here? Pizza.
Exactly.
Here's the 1-0 to Noah Bodenhausen. Both runners take off. McCullum is going to slide in safely at third. A successful double steal. McCullum's 4th stolen base of the night.
I've got some ducks on the pond here for Bodenhausen. Both in scoring position. See if they can extend that lead.
Here's the 2-0 offering. Fouled off to the right.
Better call 8-1 roofing.
Joe Random charged with 3 runs now. Other 2 are Silva's. That one fouled off to the left. This could be a 2-2 count here to Noah Bodenhausen.
Let's see if he can drive that fastball in the right field. Any little bit helps.
Here's the 2-2. Misses upstairs. Full count here to Noah. Darius Freeman's on deck. He already has 1 home run and 2 RBIs.
I'd love to see Darius Freeman up to the plate with bases loaded. Who knows what can happen?
Here's the full count offering. And you are going to see Darius Freeman with the bases loaded. Noah Bodenhausen on a pretty close pitch takes ball 4. As number 44 for the Mustangs, hoping to do some more damage.
Darius Freeman 2 for 3 on the night, and the one time he got out was a ball smoked the left center field, though Easton center tracked it very well.
He also struck out in the 6th, but has a chance now in the 7th. He was the last out of the 6th and is the 9th man to come to the plate here in the 7th. Here's Freeman. Big swing. A little late on that pitch. That one's fouled off to the left. If Freeman gets on, it'll be the 2nd time today where a team has batted around. The Merchants did it in the top of the 3rd. As the leadoff guy in this inning, Carson Track, awaits on deck. Here's the 0-1. That one flared out to center field, but going a couple steps to the left is Arrington Eason. The Mustangs, however, strike for 3 runs and have overtaken the Merchants in an 11-9 ball game. Great finish brewing here at Phil Welch. Don't you go anywhere. Tyler Bermundo and Dom Achille welcoming you back to Phil Welch Stadium, the friendly confines. As we have a crazy, crazy game. It was 9-1 at one point. Merchants led the Mustangs after 2.5 innings. And next thing you know, the Mustangs have put up 10 unanswered runs. We're going to get underway in a second. There's another dance-off. Andrew Clark went 2 innings, gave up 7 runs. Jace Johnson came in, gave up 2, but then has thrown 4 scoreless after that, and now is entering his 6th inning of work. Dylan Shepard digs in. He's 1 for 2 with a couple RBIs, but he's not going to get anything here.
Oh, missed the bag.
So Jace Johnson pulled his foot off the bag, and that's going to go on an E3 from Jeter an E4 from Truman Bodenhausen.
I mean, yeah, usually on PFPs, you kind of want to run like a banana route, running kind of aim towards the line and run up it so you can have an easier angle at the bag. Usually running straight to the bag kind of can put you a little off center, but I mean, yeah, Merchants lucked out there.
Just heard Logan Harris going to pinch run. The Merchants opting for more speed. Logan Harris, no slacker at the plate either. As Harris hitting .353 on the year with a double and 3 triples, so he might get a shot shall his number come around in the lineup. That ball grounded. Johnson looking at second, but it'll go the short way to first. Be a runner on second and 1 out in the top of the 8th.
I mean, yeah, smart there. Way to not force anything towards second base. Definitely can get out this inning clean.
That was Justin Ricketts grounding back to the pitcher, Jace Johnson. Noah Duttler going to come up. He had 2 hits in the 2nd and 3rd, but is grounded out to short and 3rd in the 4th and 6th innings. So Duttler, 2 for 4 on the day, and really needing to come through here if the Merchants want to stay in this ball game. That pitch taken downstairs. Bet if you're in the bullpen at the beginning of the game and you find out you're going to pitch 6 innings, you'd call your coach crazy. It's exactly what Jace Johnson has done.
That kind of reminds me of Madison Bumgarner in Game 7 of the 2014 World Series against the Royals. Came in with 6 innings of relief and didn't give up any runs.
Nasty sweeper taken just outside.
Also in Game 3 of the 2018 World Series between the Red Sox and Dodgers, Nate Eovaldi, I believe, pitched like 9 or 10 scoreless innings until he gave up a home run to Max Muncy in the bottom of the 18th.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah.
I remember that one. I was watching that.
Yeah.
I'm on the West Coast. I was up till like 1 a.m.
Yeah. I was up till 3.
Actually, a fun story about that is I watched that game, and I actually had my first varsity pitching appearance the day after.
Wow.
I got through an inning. Didn't give up a run, but it was pretty shaky. But, man, was it worth it to see that walk-off home run live.
Yeah.
Here's the next pitch to Duttler. That pitch taken for a strike. It's going to be a full count here. It's the 2-way first baseman, Noah Duttler.
I think on that day I was playing in a baseball tournament called the Monster Bash. The next day we made it. We were probably one of the worst teams in the tournament, but we went on a miracle run and made it all the way to the championship game and unfortunately lost. But
Duttler going to reach first on the walk. And that's going to bring up Arrington Eason, who has reached 3 out of his 4 plate appearances. He's 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Jace Johnson still out there. A couple guys warming up in the Mustangs bullpen. It's going to be his 5th plate appearance, but Arrington Eason has avoided giving fans tacos so far. This will be his 3rd time facing Jace Johnson today. That sweeper misses way outside. Good job by Felix to get a glove on it.
it's like Schrack kind of called a meeting there. Probably something about the runner on second.
Yeah, interesting that Schrack is the one talking to Johnson. I've never really seen that before.
I mean, yeah, usually when someone in the infield calls a meeting, it's usually the shortstop.
Yeah, the cap's the infield.
Yeah.
Arrington Eason is the go-ahead run, although hasn't hit a home run yet in college nor in the Mink League. Noah Duttler, the tying run at first. Dylan Shepard was replaced by Logan Harris, who stands at second.
Yeah, if Easton strikes out, That's free tacos. Well,
Here's
let's see
the
our guy
1-1.
Ed get free tacos.
Johnson looks and misses outside. That's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. So the tying run now moves up 90 feet to second base. To throw 6 innings out of the pen is one thing. Well, he's at 5 1/3 right now, but to throw 5 1/3 innings from the sidearm submarine slot has got to be very taxing on your arm.
I think he's hanging in there just fine.
Been very good since that 3rd inning, but
I mean, yeah, this is why always want to have yourself in moments like this, what you envision.
that one grounded to the right side, down the line, but going to go foul. So it'll be a full count to the taco hitter, Arrington Eason, with a runner on 2nd and 3rd. I would guess this is Jace Johnson's last batter if Eason gets on.
Yeah, I got a lefty coming up next.
Three, 2-1. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Eason. Fouled off to the right side, headed toward the Mustangs. Bouncy house that's now deflated.
See if he can get another strikeout here.
Here's the next offering. Swung on and missed.
Free tacos.
Big strikeout for Jace Johnson, not only for the game's sake, but Arrington Easton in his 5th plate appearances goes down on strikes and gives tacos to these Mustangs fans.
Yep, it's raining tacos from out of the sky.
Then I'll bring up Jake McClure, who's supporting a .430 batting average. The Johnson County Community College takes that pitch for a strike. That one's going to be up the middle. There goes Duller for the plate. A pretty decent throw from McCullum, but it's off the glove of Dom Felix. An easy play. Duttler was held out to dry, and Jake McClure going nuts at second base. We're all tied up here in the top of the 8th.
Wow. Unbelievable change of events there. Wow.
I thought McCullum was going to have an outfield assist. No problem. It was a terrible decision to bring home Duttler, but Felix couldn't bring it in.
I mean, yeah, magnificent performance here from Jace Johnson. That's all you can ask for there. Did his job. Get a couple pat on the backs.
It's going to be a new pitcher for the Mustangs. We'll tell you all about him when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Good finish brewing here at Phil Welch. Well, if you're just joining us, shame on you. Unbelievable game here at Phil Welch. You're now at an 11-11 ball game in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. Michael Infranca takes over pitching duties from Jace Johnson, who went 5 2/3 innings, starting back in the 3rd, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He is responsible for Jake McClure at second. Here's the 0-1. Pitch taken away. Bryce Hoskinson is 1 for 5. Struck out twice, ground to a double play in the 4th, but had a single all the way back in the 1st inning, which feels like an eternity ago.
Yeah, and Franca comes into this match with a 6.3 ERA and a 6.3 K/9 rate.
That one is popped up. Dom Felix calling for it. And the Mustangs will escape with this game tied. Not before the Merchants strike for 2. As it's 11-11, we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Carson Schrack will lead off. Don't go anywhere. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Bermundo and Dominic Achille welcome you back to Phil Welch Stadium, the friendly confines. It's an 11-11 ball game in the bottom of the 8th, and to say this has been a great game is a massive understatement. The Mustangs were down 9-1 at one point, but rallied for 10 unanswered runs, and the Merchants just put up 2 in the top half of this frame. Carson Schrack digs in, and he is over 3 on the day with a walk in the 7th. He came around to score. And he's up 2-0 on Ethan Silva.
I mean, yeah, if I were Schrack, I'd look for that fastball on the outside of the plate. I mean, like these other batters have been doing here and driving the left center.
Here's the 2-0. That one in there for a strike. Schrack, frustrated, probably wanted to do damage on that pitch. Here's the next offering from Ethan Silva. That one grounded. Going to his right is Duttler. And a great job by Ethan Silva getting over. It's going to go down as a 3-1 as Schrack is retired. That'll bring up Jeter Mose, who was 1 for 4 with a RBI single to left field in the 3rd inning. Mose does have home run power. Here's the 0-0. Slider from Silva taken for a strike. Here's Silva again. Mose with pretty good one on it. Going back is Bryce Hoskinson. But he'll make the play no problem. So it's quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Silva making some quick work. Usually, he's more of a strikeout kind of guy, but I mean, yeah, just keep the pitch count low. Could possibly see him in the bottom half. The Mustangs don't score here.
Mason Holton checks in. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He struck out in the second, but then reached on a RBI double, a single, and a walk after that. That one hit pretty well out to left field. But it's run down by Justin Ricketts. Ethan Silva, in less than 8 pitches, retires the Mustangs in the 8th inning. We'll go to the top of the 9th. The only way the Mustangs can win now is a walk-off. They have 3 already this season. Can we get one more? Don't go anywhere on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Michael Infranca out for a second inning of work, and he's tasked with facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Merchants. 11-11 in the top of the 9th. It has been a crazy one here at Phil Welch. Here's the first pitch to Harris. Great slider from Infranca, taken for a strike.
I mean, yeah, Sammy Harris batting .279 with an on-base percentage of .380, so dangerous hitter up at the plate. Let's see if Infranca can get him out.
Slider has Harris reaching, calling for it is Carson Schrack, and an easy first out here for Michael Infranca in the top of the 9th.
Yep, love to see some quick work here. Love to see that walk-off as fast as possible.
Infranca with a 6.3 ERA, but has been a lot better as of late. Aiden Shizek up. He is 1 for 4 on the day with a walk and an RBI. First pitch by Shizek. What do you think of Infranca's windup? It's something I don't think he's done before, but a new pre-pitch ritual for him. If you haven't seen it, take a look. It's very unique.
I mean, yeah, I like it. Old school. I mean, usually you see kind of that head over the glove thing when he actually winds up for the pitch, but he's doing that before in his setup. So
thought it was interesting because he did it with a guy on second last inning
yeah.
too. So new routine, and it's been working for Infranca. 0-2 count here to Aiden Shizek.
Yeah, the new and improved Michael Infranca.
Swung on and missed. Michael Infranca with his second strikeout.
Blue Bayou.
absolutely by Srzek.
Yeah, I definitely think he should keep that windup. It's definitely working for him tonight.
I would have to agree. Excuse me, that is the first strikeout for Franca. He came in to face Bryce Hoskinson. Nolan Oliver checks in.
Yeah.
He is also 1 for 4 with a walk, but has 2 RBIs.
Batting at the Mendoza line, 200 average.
And Franca with his interesting set and fires. Breaking ball just upstairs. Count even at 1-1. Here's the pitch to Oliver. Fouled off. 1-2 here. He set down the first 3 in a row. Can Michael and Franca get 4 in a row? Allow these Mustangs to walk this off with the game tied.
I'd love to see and Frankie get the hold here.
You get the win here if they end up walking it off. He might just do that. Popped up to Jeter Mose at first. It'll be 11-11 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Mustangs only need 1 here for their 4th walk-off of the year. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream.
Walk off.
Tyler Bermundo and Dominic Achille welcome you back to this absolutely insane St. Joseph Mustangs game. The Mustangs, who were once down 9-1, rallied back and made the game 11-9 before the Merchants struck for 2 more in the top of the 8th. It'll be Easton Bruce, the guy who's coming off of the IL, set to lead it off and face the new pitcher from the Merchants. Dom, tell us more about him.
I mean, yeah, coming out of Webster University in Staunton, Illinois. Pitched 9.1 innings with a 5.79 ERA. So far for the Carroll Merchants this year has been pretty solid with a 3.74 ERA. Looks like he tops about mid-80s, so been one of their more solid guys out of the pen this summer. Let's see if Easton Bruce can ruin that.
Here's the 0-2. Swung and fouled off. It's also a new catcher behind the plate. That's Xavier Lerma out of Iowa Western Community College. Another 0-2. That drills Easton Bruce. Kind of threw his hands up to protect his face. And it's going to be a painful first runner here in the bottom of the 9th.
I mean, yeah, whatever it takes. Quality AB right there.
Whatever it takes, but there are definitely better places to get hit by a pitch than that.
That's true. That's true.
So bring up Dom Felix, who has been very hot at the plate. Hasn't done anything today. Is over 3 with a walk. But prior to this game, had 5 hits and 10 at-bats.
And Dom Felix is due for something big.
I'm going ballistic if Dom Felix goes yard right here. That one hit down to third. A great play by Shazek is going to get one. And an amazing turn by the Merchants defense. Takes away the leadoff hit by pitch. What a play from Shazek. That changes the entire inning. Dom, what did you see there?
I mean, yeah, we saw a third baseman kind of come in there, got the late snag, and, yeah, made a quick 5-3 double play.
Trevor McCullum going to ground. Going to be a tough play for the pitcher.
Wow.
And he's going to get McCullum by a step.
Nothing
I
we
feel like I've
haven't
been saying
seen
this a
before.
lot at Phil Welch.
Yeah.
More baseball, free baseball here as we head to the top of the 10th. Game all knotted up at 11. Don't go anywhere. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. You have missed a thriller if you're just checking in. 11-11 in the top of the 10th inning. Now batting for the Merchants is Xavier Lerma. He came in for Logan Harris, who pinch ran for Dylan Shepard back in the 8th inning. Lerma out of Iowa Western Community College. He's not played yet there, but has a 84-mile-an-hour catcher velocity. Good breaking ball there for Jaron Guck, who's checked in for the Mustangs on the mound. How's Jaron Guck been doing?
I mean, yeah, he's been pretty solid. Nine innings pitched this year, 15 Ks per 9. So
that one grounded past Mose at first as the Merchants will have their leadoff man on in the top of the 10th inning.
I mean, yeah, has a 0 ERA right now. Love to see Guck keep it that way.
Yeah, Jaron Guck has been the man in this bullpen. Any high leverage situation, any save, he's had
Anything in
no
extras
issue.
too.
Say that again?
Anything in extras too. Seen him pitch a lot in extras.
It's nice to have a guy to your pen you can just trust like that. And I'll bring up Justin Ricketts now. Having his 6th plate appearance, had a push bunt single in the 3rd, but is 1 for 4 with a walk. Squares around again, and that one taken downstairs. Jaron Guck comes set, and his next pitch. And that gets by Dom Felix, and it hits Justin Ricketts. Barely grazed him, but it'll be first and second and no out. Unfamiliar territory for Jaron Guck here.
Barely pulled back the bat in time on that bunt attempt, but
I'll bring up Noah Duttler, who is 2 for 4 on the night with an RBI and a walk.
I know it's rare, but triple play would be perfect right now.
Well, if you were to pick any guy in the Merchants lineup to be running on a triple play, it would probably be Noah Duttler.
Yeah.
We have a conversation at the mound. We will show you the upcoming schedule for the Mustangs for the end of June. They head over to Chillicothe tomorrow. They play at 7:05. Clarinda A's come to town. Me and Charlie Marsh will be back here on Friday at 7 o'clock, and they play the Jefferson City Renegades on Saturday.
Yeah, Clarinda's 2nd in the Mink League right now, so that should be a very fun matchup there. And then on the 29th, against Jeff City, who won the Mink League last year, another championship rematch.
And they're in 3rd place, only a game behind the A's, who are 5 games behind the Mustangs. Really, every team preying on the Mustangs' downfall is they're way ahead in this Mink League and not too far from clinching 1st place.
Yeah.
Duttler squares and gets that one down. Guck going to go the first base. Truman Bodenhausen is there. This will be 2nd and 3rd after the sacrifice bunt from Noah Duttler.
Now let's see if that 15 strikeouts per 9 rate gives Jaron Guck any justice here. That's what they're going to need to not give him the lead.
Strikeout would be huge here as he faces Arrington Eason, who struck out his last at bat.
See if the free tacos get to Easton's head.
He's 1 for 3 today, 2 walks. Big swing and a miss from Arrington Eason. Eason definitely in the lineup for his glove in center field. Only hitting 170 on the year. Quick foul ball, and Guck has Eason 0-2.
Yeah, I think he hasn't beat on the fastball. I just think he should probably throw some high heat here on this next pitch, see if he gets some debate for it.
I agree. High heat, maybe inside. Throw it right above Eason's barrel. Lerma at 3rd, Ricketts at 2nd. Does just that, misses inside. Good take by Eason. It'll be a 1-2 count here. Here's Guck. Winds and fires. Throws a breaking ball there. Misses outside. Good stop by Felix to prevent a run.
Time to throw some heat back in the strike zone again.
Number 17 on the mound. Here's Jaron Guck. Nasty breaking ball called strike 3. Arrington Easton caught looking, and the Mustangs are 1 out away from escaping this top of the 10th inning.
Yeah, Easton's very shook after that call. Looks like they're going to walk him intentionally to get the force out.
I don't even think it's to walk him intentionally for the force out. Jake McClure, been one of the best hitters in the Mink League, batting over 440.
Wow.
Today is 3 for 5 with a walk. That'll bring up Bryce Hoskinson, who's only 1 for 6 on the day.
And having 7 at-bats in a ball game is crazy.
First pitch breaking ball misses outside to Hoskinson. He singled in the first, but it's been pretty brutal for him since. 2 Ks, a double play, a ground out to second, and a pop-up to the catcher. That one skied out to right field. Freeman is under it. And Guck will escape the bases loaded jam. All tied up at 11 as we head to the bottom of the 10th inning. Don't go anywhere on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. The stage is set. Truman Bodenhausen steps in the bottom of the 10th inning as the winning run. Noah Bodenhausen and Darius Freeman to follow. What a game it has been here at Phil Welch.
That's some back and forth here, but let's see if the Mustangs can come out on top.
First pitch is painted on the corner to Truman Bodenhausen. Cullen McBride out for his second inning of work. He has a 3.74 ERA. Bodenhausen trying to lean into that, but that pitch misses inside. Here's the 1-1. That ball lined back off the leg over to Sammy Harris. Going to be a close play at first.
Yeah.
And a great kick save by the pitcher, McBride. Gets Truman Bodenhausen out by a step. His brother Noah going to have a chance here in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Yeah, McBride got the assist there. It's kind of most of the time it's usually the pitcher trying to get out of the way, but usually it always results in something funky or weird that works out for the pitcher.
They put up 11 runs, but the Mustangs have been set down 7 in a row. 8 in a row, going back to the 7th inning. Bodenhausen is 1 for 3 on the day with a couple of walks and an RBI. Here's the first pitch from Cullen McBride. That one hit out to center field. Eason and Hoskinson, but it's going to be Hoskinson, the right fielder, taking it. And quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 10th inning. This game that doesn't end. I'll bring up Darius Freeman, who's been quiet since his first 2 at-bats, where he homered and had an RBI single on a drag bunt. Since then, he flied out to left, struck out, and flied out to center. Here's the first pitch to Freeman. Pretty aggressive. That one's fouled off to the left.
Yeah, with how well Darius Freeman's doing, he's due. Seems like he's due every plate appearance, basically.
Freeman has been consistently one of the best hitters in this Mustangs lineup.
Yeah.
Eleven to 11. 0-1 count. Cullen McBride to Darius Freeman. He comes set. Delivers. Called outside, not only by the umpire, but Darius Freeman. Yeah. Fastball misses just away. It'll be a 1-1 count. Here's the next pitch from McBride. Ball is drilled through the 3-4 hole, and Darius Freeman, the winning run, will be on with 2 outs for Carson Schreck.
I think we all expect Darius to be stealing here. Definitely get the Ducks in scoring position to get the Ducks off the pond.
Bring up Carson Schreck, 0 for 4 on the day with a walk, but by no means the guy you want to face for the Merchants.
Yeah, Carson Schreck is also due.
He's batted .348 at least in his 2 college seasons at Coffeyville. Head to Arkansas next year. Schreck lines one past Shazek. That's going to be a fair ball. Freeman chugging for third. We'll see if he heads home. He's going to stay there, and Schreck, the trail runner, going to move up to second base. So a double from Carson Schreck. It'll be second and third for Jeter Mose. Would you have sent Darius Freeman right there?
I mean, yeah, no, I would probably held him up there. I mean, it would have been an easy throw for the left fielder, but you never know. It could have been wild. So, but also there is 2 outs. You can't really play with the outs right now. If there was 0 or 1, yeah, you could have. But
Mose is 1 for 5 with an RBI single.
yeah,
They don't have to pitch to him here either. Base open, 2 out.
yeah.
Here's the first pitch from McBride. That one grounded to short. Sammy Harris has it, and he makes the play. We are headed to the top of the 11th inning here at Phil Welch. No team can pull away here. Don't go anywhere. We got more baseball on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast.
Sammy.
All ones on the board here at Phil Welch. We'll have the automatic runner placed at second base in the 11th inning. as it'll be Sammy Harris trying to pull this game away for the Merchants.
Yeah, batting 279.
That ball driven deep into right center field. That's going to go over the head of Freeman, and that will score a run from second. Sammy Harris rounding second. He's going to go to third, and Sammy Harris with a triple to start the top of the 11th inning.
Wow. Yeah, I guess we're doing California rules now since it is the 11th inning. But yeah. Drove that one deep. Very connected, compact swing. Gives the Merchants the lead.
We were lucky it's not a 2-run ball game. That ball from Sammy Harris, way out there.
That ball was roped.
That run will not go on Jaron Guck, but Sammy Harris, he is responsible for. Aiden Shazek checks in. It's going to take me a minute. He is struck out 3 times today and is 1 for 5 with a walk. Infield in for the Mustangs. Picked out of the dirt by Dom Felix. I honestly thought Sammy Harris got all of that one.
Yeah.
Right by the hit it here sign. I don't know if we would have gotten pizza if the away player hit it. 2-0 count here. That ball by Shazek.
Would have been cool though, Little Caesar showing up a little late with some pizza, but also would be the away team too. So
here's the 2-1 to Shazek. Misses away. 3-1 now to the cleanup hitter.
yeah. I think we'd rather see the Mustangs have some free pizza with a win than the Merchants have free pizza with a win.
It'll be Mose placed on second for the Mustangs. Bryce Hoskinson was the one placed at second. He came around to score. As it's a walk from Jaron Guck. That'll bring up Nolan Oliver.
I know Oliver batting 800 on the season. 200 on the season. My bad.
Man, if he was batting 800.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would be probably a Mink League record.
Would be a baseball record at any level.
Yeah.
With that many at-bats. Here's the 0-1. Shazek at first. See if he takes second. He stays put. Squaring to bunt again is Oliver, but that one misses outside. 1-1 count. The Mustangs will have Mason Holton, Easton Bruce, and Dom Felix in the bottom half of this inning. Corners in, middle back for the Mustangs. They'll trade a run for 2 outs if a ball's hit up the middle. Double play is taken out of order as Shazek steals second. Jaron Guck in danger of losing his perfect ERA. Sammy Harris's triple brought in a run. Doesn't go against Guck. But Sammy Harris standing at third will. Here's the next pitch. This one popped up. Freeman going to have a look, but it's going to go foul.
Yeah, that's all Guck can do, just attack the zone, and hopefully he can get a strikeout here, but definitely going to ground ball in the infield. Defense is definitely going to have to throw it home.
Another 2-2 pitch. Nasty sweeper misses outside. It'll be full count here to Nolan Oliver. There is a base open. Here's Guck's full count offering. Breaking ball.
Wow.
Off the plate. Umpire does not
Barely.
want to ring him up. I don't know where that missed.
Giving the Merchants some life. Wow. Yep, Jordan Brandenburg now up to the plate. Only batting 150, but it's extra innings. Who knows what can happen?
Jordan Brandenburg hitting for Xavier Lerma. That one popped up, and that's a big break for the Mustangs. It'll be an infield fly. Mosaic catches it anyway. All of a sudden, a double play gets them out of here.
That'd be a home run in an elevator shaft.
You ever seen 42? So Brandenburg retired on just one pitch. Justin Ricketts will stand in. He's 1 for 4 and reached on a walk and a hit by pitch. Hard ground ball, knocked down by the third base coach. It's a Wednesday, but nearly 2,000 people have shown up to Phil Welch here today. Here's the 0-1 to Ricketts. Infield is in, looking to go home to first. That one fouled off to the left. Ricketts has struck out once already. Another would be huge. Guck known for his strikeout prowess on the mound.
Yeah, I'd expect some off-speed down the dirt here.
He's going to go fastball. Bodenhausen going to go to the plate, and they're going to get Sammy Harris.
There we go.
Interestingly enough, they're in double play depth. They might get the double play at second.
Yeah,
However, it's still 12-11 now with 2 outs.
Yeah. Barely any damage done here. Yeah, like Mustangs also, yeah, they're also going to get a runner at second in the bottom of the 11th too, so nothing hurts.
Yeah, it'll be Mose placed at second, who is not the fastest guy, but they do have Frank Gall on the
Yeah.
bench they could go to.
Yeah. Serviceable, very serviceable though, if they keep Mose out there on second.
Just how far do you want to think ahead? Because that's a big bat you'd be losing. Frank Gall, though,
Yeah.
can hit in his own right.
Yeah.
Here's Duttler checking his swing and not going around.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if it was a tie game, put Frank Gall out there on second.
I can still see Frank Gall going out regardless. That speed's going to help you out a ton.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he does a good job with the bat. The only thing would be who would play first base. You got Jaden Little on your bench,
yeah.
Jackson Glick on your bench. A couple guys can
Yeah.
go out there. That one hit out to Freeman, playing in, and that's going to get over his head. That might clear the bases. Noah Duttler chugging for second. It'll be 15-11.
Wow. Dudler coming in clutch late here in the top of the 11th as the Merchants put up a 4 spot. Wow.
What a game this has been. 3 RBIs for Noah Duttler. That ball not hit all that well, but it got over the head of Darius Freeman, who was playing in.
I mean, yeah, you did everyone. I mean, that's still the right idea to play everyone in, especially with 2 outs, but don't want anything to drop cheap.
Here's Arrington Eason now. 2 outs and a runner on second. Curious to see the Merchants will roll out. Colin McBride has been throwing great. See if they stick with him. That one fouled off by Easton. This is his 7th plate appearance. Jake McClure, who's on deck, will have his 8th plate appearance if we get there.
Yeah. Yeah. 8 times in 11 innings would be crazy.
Here's the next pitch to Eason. Tied him up. Frank Gall already struck him out once in the 10th inning. One-two count. Pitch coming from Guck. And same thing, he's going to strike him out on in the 10th. He gets him in the 11th. A dirty breaking ball. Eason looking. But the Mustangs will have their work cut out for him, trailing 4. As we go to the bottom of the 11th. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Bermundo joined by Dom Achille. As Mason Holton digs in, the Mustangs needing 4 runs to continue this ball game. It all started with a Sammy Harris triple with a automatic runner placed at second, and then Noah Dutler unloaded the bases with a double. Jeter Mose at second, as he was the last out of the last inning. And here's Holton. First pitch from Cullen McBride is a strike. McBride out for his 4th inning of work now. Here's the 0-1 to Mason Holton. So when Sky going to have a look is Noah Dutler, but that's going to be foul. 0-2. Here's McBride's next pitch. Holton right to the Merchants dugout.
I mean, yeah, it's 0-2 count. Don't want to try to do anything too big here. Just lay it out there in the right center field gap and drive in Mose to get that first run.
Yeah, it's chip away mode. Can't be the hero. Still chasing 4 runs. Here's Holton. Fastball taken upstairs. No matter what happens, this has to be the craziest game we've seen at home this season. No question.
True.
And the Carroll Merchants, the only team to beat the Mustangs, looking to do it again. That pitch misses inside, 2-2.
Yeah. Seems like they have the secret ingredient of being this Mustangs team. No one, I don't even know what that is yet, but I guess the Merchants found out how to do it.
Here's the 2-2. Holton fouls that one off the newly entered catcher, Jordan Brandenburg. 3rd catcher the Merchants have rolled out there tonight.
Yeah. Carroll Merchants found the secret ingredient to being the Mustangs before GTA 6 came out, so that'd be a very hard thing to do.
Holton ready for another 2-2. They're going to give a balk to Jeter Mose. Probably a good thing because that would have been strike 3. So Mose moves up to 3rd. His run doesn't mean much.
Every little bit helps here for the Mustangs. See what Mason Holton can do here. The commit from North Carolina Western.
Another pitch to Holton. Reaches for that, and that one's fouled back. So really making Cullen McBride work. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
That ought to be another quality AB here from the Mustangs like they've been having all night.
Coming up on the 3.5-hour mark. This game actually started on time, which is something we doesn't happen much at Phil Welch. Here's the 2-2 to Holton again. Got him on a fastball upstairs. Mason Holton goes down swinging, and he's the first victim here in the 11th.
Yeah, got him with the high cheese there. Smart pitch call by McBride. Bruce is now going to be at the plate.
Here's Bruce now. 1 for 3 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Has reached in his last 3 at-bats, though. Excuse me, his last 3 plate appearances. Here's Bruce. Fastball taken off the outside. Mosea waits at 3rd. If no one gets out, Trevor McCullum, who was in the hole, would be the tying run. That one fouled off to the right side. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Cullen McBride. Fastball misses away.
Major league take there. Just outside. See if Easton Bruce could have another good moment here tonight. Driving Mose possibly.
Just keep this line moving. That one fouled off to the left. It'll be 2-2 count. Cullen McBride coming into the 8th inning. And he's only given up 2 hits. Something that not many Merchants pitchers have been able to do tonight.
Yeah.
Or any pitcher, really.
Yeah.
26 runs, looking like a football score right now. Awkward football score, I should say, but a 15 to 11 ball game.
Yeah.
Couple 2-point conversions, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can say that the Merchants had all field goals too. Seen NFL teams win like that.
Here's the 2-2. Just high. Full count now to Easton Bruce. It's looking like a MLB The Show game on max elevation. How about that?
Yeah.
Here's a full count pitch to Easton Bruce. That's inside. The Mustangs get themselves a base runner.
Still have some life left.
Dom Felix steps up to the plate.
Yep. Dom is due. See if he can shorten this lead here with a sweet stroke.
Really thank you to all the fans here that have stuck it out, as well as this live stream. Have been going strong with over 70 viewers. Thank you for being here with us. Me and Dom Achille are very appreciative. It's nice to see our hard work paying off a bit. Here's the first pitch to Felix. That breaking ball is taken for a strike. Felix is a home run threat, but his run still doesn't matter much. So Mustangs are down 4. And it's quickly 0-2 on Dom Felix.
Gonna have to shorten up the swing here. Can't really be the hero yet. Drive something to the right side. Driving Mose.
Felix is 0 for 4. And the only guy in the lineup that has not gotten a hit for the Mustangs. Here's the 0-2 to Dom Felix. Pitch is spiked in the dirt.
Honestly, not a bad 0-2 pitch.
Excuse me, Truden Bodenhausen in the 9 spot also does not have a hit. But him, Dom Felix, and Truden Bodenhausen, the only 2 in the lineup that have not have a hit. Mustangs have 10 hits. The Merchants have 14. Here's the 1-2. Felix going to ground that one to second. There's Oliver to Sammy Harris. And that is your ball game. What a crazy night here, but the Merchants emerge victorious 15-11.
Wow.
Don't go anywhere. Post-game show coming up after the break. Tyler Ramundo and Dom Achille welcoming you back to the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. It was a 15-1 victory for the Carroll Merchants over the Mustangs. And Dom, what can we unpack from that?
Crazy on the mound and at the plate for the Mustangs tonight. One thing that the Mustangs have proven all season, you can knock them down, but they're always going to find a way to fight back. And unfortunately tonight they couldn't get the final knockout blow. One player that I was very impressed with tonight was Jace Johnson. Pitched 5.2 innings of solid relief. Kept this game close and brought them back in the game. So, yeah, very impressed tonight with Jace Johnson.
I don't know what's going on behind the camera, but they can at least hear us. So Jace Johnson, good pitching performance. Really not many guys that had good pitching performances outside of maybe Cullen McBride for the other team. But crazy when it all started. Darius Freeman hit a home run back in the first. It was 2-1 at the time. Next thing you know, the Merchants are up 9-1. Mustangs do their best job to climb back in this game. Actually took an 11-9 lead. But then the Merchants battled back and ended up scoring 4 more in the top of the 11th. Why couldn't the Mustangs pull this one out in extra innings?
Later in the game, the bats were kind of struggling. The Merchants have seemed to have the Mustangs' numbers this year, and also in that last inning, Jason Gutt couldn't really hold the door down, and Merchants scored, did a phenomenal job for them, but Mustangs couldn't come out on top, so it looks like the Merchants had their number once again. Yeah,
it's 3-3 in the season series, and if you're paying attention, the Mustangs only have 3 losses, all coming to the Carroll Merchants, whose record improves now to 11-15 in conference play and 11-16 overall. Jaron Guck is slated with the loss, and Cullen McBride gets the win. We're back here at Phil Welch, 7 o'clock on Friday as they take on the second-place Clarinda A's. I'm Tyler Ramundo, joined by Dom Achille. Have a good night here from Phil Welch Stadium.